This is Roma Reacts, a series where I watch patrons submitted videos with all of you guys, and the first video is sent in by Fizzle, and it is the Genshin New Year's Party 2023. Why you should join the Fatui. Let's check it out. So, I'm already excited to see stuff like this. Usually because it's, oh my god, it's usually the most adorable thing in the world. When you see characters in a modern setting in Genshin. We want you to join the Fatui. No way. No. No. Dancing all over Leo as well. This propaganda video, paid business trips, sure. Oh. Wow. No, that's so unpaid time off for a freaking funeral. That's actually very sad. In Mondstadt as well, with the 2-year allowed version 3.0. Yes, yes, get him! Get him, Hexenzirkel if you survive. Kill them, kill them. A year-end bonus. Huge year-end bonus. Oh, is this the couple that's always on the clip? They don't even know I'm Fatui. Oh, this child! Awesome bosses sometimes jail. Of course, child doesn't want to come in here and do this stuff. Because not every boss is going to be like this in Fatui. This is such a great propaganda video. It's great. And they're like, I don't think I can. Oh, the music is totally fun. Oh, great. That's so cool. Yeah, no, I love this type of videos, especially seeing stuff in Modern Heads, but also just poking fun at the ideas of what could, I guess what happens in real life with propaganda videos, but what it is, it's I guess the way you could look at it is it's like this real stuff that happens in Genshin, but playing up that idea of the real stuff that happens in Genshin and making it more into a community thing, you know what I mean? We know that's not the truth, right? That's the whole point of it. That's why it's a propaganda video. But it's so funny asking people to join the Fatui, because we know for a fact I ain't joining no Fatui. I ain't joining any Fatui at any moment at any time. Maybe you guys are, but I ain't joining no Fatui. No, but that's always, it's a funny thing as well, how showing Child is the only one who's going to be dancing with everyone, because that does make sense. He is the character that would probably have the most fun out of everybody, and we know we've had fun with him in the past. But then again, I haven't met all the other Fatui Harbingers, so maybe some of them are actually absolutely fantastic to have fun with as well. We'll see how everything goes. Very, very funny video, very sweet video. I love the Toby Fox music as well. It was actually really, really fun to see as well. Beautiful art too. Thank you so much for sending it, Fizzle. The next video is sent in by Victoria, and it is the Hexenzirkel summary at the time of the Windbloom event. Let's check this out. The following contains storage. Okay, yep, Inversion of Genesis. We've already seen Inversion of Genesis. Some Lisa. Okay. There's Sucrus in the back.
Asked Mona. She seems to be an excellent mage, but I'm not a part of their Hexenzirkel.
Oh, wow.
The idea of Erminsel exploration and formal tea parties just leaves me cold.
The idea of Erminsel exploration, by the way. But yeah, okay, I didn't know this was the first time you'd hear of him. 8 members, okay. Yeah, and we know 4 of them for sure.
It's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again.
She thought it was Jay. They all have a code letter associated with each of them, yeah. And Strotcher M was a human who was a writer.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Very cool. Yeah, probably the most famous book in Mondstadt, right? At this stage. Okay, we're making an assumption here. We love a little assumption. The Hex and the Hound, maybe? Yeah, I mean the same symbol, yeah. The tale is set in ancient Mondstadt, where Barbados is mentioned as the Animo Archon. This is a story. The princess goes on a quest to save a cursed wolf in the frozen plains north of Mondstadt. She takes 2 of her companions, a turtle and a fox, with her, and also meets an ancient spirit along the way. The story ends with the princess sacrificing her 2 companions to the wolf to become his friend. The Hex and the Hound is a story about a monster who falls in love with an outlander woman. Look at Venti here, oh my god. Look at that dog! The one turns out to be a witch who transforms him into a sword-wielding dog. The book also mentions how the witch can bring her sisters back to life using forbidden magic. The Pale Princess and the 6 Pigs is still incomplete in the game's lore. There are some mentions in this book that can be linked to the Tsaritsa and the 7 Archons.
I was unaware that anyone in Mondstadt was concerned with unearthing the secret hidden inside this book.
Right, so there is, so like, it's more important than even like we can see it as just like a novel, but like it clearly is important to the Abyss Order, right? So there's something there to it.
You've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her.
So Jay's gone. Jay is gone. Now I kind of like when I said that Jay was gone when Jay was dead. Originally when they did the original tea party for Jay, or wanted to do tea party for Jay, I thought it was like death in terms of like, well, when they leave the Hexenzirkel, they will go have like a party and they'll go off and go do their normal life. She became married, so it's almost seen like she died in the eyes of the Hexenzirkel, but it seems here that she's actually dead.
Yesterday I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended
So this is
his
Jay?
pain.
From Shesnai, and the outfit of Scarlet as well is another thing, right?
The guide who will
Nicole
never get
N, who
lost
Alice
is
Justice somewhere who
N,
studies in the world direction
otherwise
order.
known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary
We have heard Nicole, of
woman who
course.
has
We have
made
heard
this
the name
world's
of what
direction
Nicole has
and
said to
order
us.
her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have
Exactly,
already
yes.
heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred in the world. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning.
Yep, exactly that, right? Exactly that. Who's spoken mind in the version? Sorry, I haven't been reading absolutely every text here because I feel like it's also like, you know, there's
Without any warning.
things being said. But yeah, we made the connection, yeah. About the inversion of Genesis Archon Quest.
Unfortunately,
Oh, I'm glad I'm
the
seeing this
fate
again.
of Teyvat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say?
Cannot easily be changed though. Again, that's what
History
that's what I'm saying.
does
Cannot be
not
easily.
change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
Wow. So this is the same thing that we learned, that we heard from Zervan, who during the Good and Evil quest was like, hey, don't believe all the stuff that like you can't see. If it's like believe the hard written stuff that has been written by the people who were there. Don't just believe everything that you can't see. This match just Nicole doesn't know exactly what changes were made. Okay, interesting. Just a change definitely occurred in the world. So they sensed that and they were like, hey, look, I sense something changed. So it's like they chose Teyvat and itself is not a descender. Interesting. Ryan Hitter from Conria is known as Gold, yeah. Albedo's creator and mother.
And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic.
So wait, the way Alice was talking here, Alice was legitimately like rattling off almost like a roll call here, talking about like her sisters.
Learn from humanity.
She was also responsible for creating rift wolves that we see in Teyvat. Thanks. The dragon that attacked Mondstadt 500 years ago, Durham, was also her creation, yes. Thanks so much for that, Gold. She also created a primordial Albedo before creating the real Albedo, and we met like, there was 3 Albedos in Shadows and Mist of Snowstorms. Freaking great event.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had,
That's the,
he's
yeah,
the
right
only
there,
one
like
left.
telling us right away what happened at that event. That's why events are so
But I
important, man,
suppose
you know?
that still makes me a mother.
She's also likely cursed with immortality like other Conrians. And like we can watch other events too, which is also, that's why I love watching all events. So then B is Mona's master who taught her hydromancy and did a good job at that. Look at the colors here.
Oh,
This looks interesting. Let me scry.
She could also be the world's greatest astrologer, as is Mona's goal to surpass her. And we know Mona is an absolutely fantastic
Since
astrologer.
we last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold.
Yeah?
Unbelievable.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
It like scared Mona, like, you know?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Very cool. She loves picking out hats for other people and selected the one that Klee currently wears. It's so sweet. Look how close, that's how it shows how close they were with Alice, right? That's how it shows how close they were. Alice is Klee's biological mother, yes, and the Teyvat travel guide. Based on the lore so far, she implied to be a descender, just like the traveler. She is skilled in alchemy, astrology, engineering, magic, and medicine. Congrats. In addition, she is also one of the elders in the Hexenzirkel, and a character who, like, is very awe-inspiring. Other than Klee, she also considers Albedo and Diluc her sons as well. She took in Albedo due to Reinharder's request. Very cool, isn't it? And insists Diluc to consider her his mother because of how he treats Klee. Aww! In the past, he also traveled in Liyue with Zhongli as her guide. That's so sweet to know. I didn't know about the Diluc thing. Well, she's also been to Inazuma after the cataclysm of 500 years ago. And that time she met with Yae Miko, who she called a little girl, and how easy it was to make her cry. Alice is also a current supplier of eccentric goods for Dory, so Alice is just still, you know, rocking it. Alice is still rocking it. Other than A, B, J, M, and R, there's still 2 more Hexenzirkel members that we don't know of, which is, you know, equal parts amazing, equal parts scary. However, not all these members can be considered as exactly good people. Reinhardt created so many monsters 500 years ago and is linked to the cataclysm that followed. She even called Asgold the greatest sinner. Hexenzirkel even tried to challenge the Animal Archon, which could have destabilized Mondstadt. And and Venti was basically like, chill. I just saw like, sorry if I'm forgetting the name. It was like a perfect comment. Someone was saying like on the lines of like, they were like, hey, let's fight. And Barbados was like, what if tea party? And they were like, okay, cool. A part of the reason why the group exists now is for them to not fight amongst each other, which I think is such a sweet idea, right? The group is also known to follow a succession method for its members. So most of the original members who founded the group have already passed on, so it just passes on like the leadership as time goes on. And similar to how the 5 of the 7 Archons have all been replaced. Incredible. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for showing this video here. Sorry about that. It's the channel members as well. I want to make sure people see the channel members going up on screen. There we go, for sure. Yeah, yeah, the Hexenzirkel is something that is like so interesting to me because like I think that it's like a first of all, I just think the covens of witches are incredible to me. They're such an interesting thing. They're such a cool thing. I think that even when I was a kid, it's like, you know, to me it was like vampires like were never that cool to me personally. Like to me, like it depends on the vampire, of course, because like Lost Boys is like the coolest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. But like to me, like witches, like watching like Hocus Pocus and stuff, because and the idea of covens, the idea of hexes, the idea of the hex girls, was so freaking cool to me that like witches became more and more cool as time went on. And like I just think that like, you know, even though like to some people it might be the goofiest thing ever, witches hats, like the pointy thing that like maybe like Lisa wears or Mona wears, like so cool to me. But I was drawn to the idea of the Hexenzirkel right away just because the idea of like a witches tea party, the idea of like witches coming together. And I love the idea that like if they're not having tea together, there's a possibility that because they're fighting with each other, it could have such horrific effects on the world. And I wonder if that is the case where it's like they said in this video, it's like because some of them cause so much problems or were going to cause so much problems. I mean, Gold was like, you know, arguably like one of the most like immoral people at that table. You could say that like there is like a benefit to all of them being together. But at the same time, it's like this is like such a beneficial thing for the world, not just them. That they're all having tea together, they're all having and they all have great influences together. Because here's the thing, I'm pretty sure like having like all of these different personalities on one table, you're going to influence each other, you're going to become close friends. You know, plans to do something really bad might turn out to be something that you're like, well, no, actually don't do that because like I really feel like this way. And another person's like, well, I feel like this way. But we also like learned in this video as well about like the Diluc connection as well, which again, I probably heard about this before, but there's so much lore that we've learned in the past 10 months that it kind of gets a bit like, you know, there's so much. So there is like a connection between Diluc, obviously, and Alice as well, but that just based on the way that he treats Klee, that is like the sweetest freaking thing in the world. It is, it's so sweet. And we don't know 2 other of the witches. There's 2 more witches that we have to find. I wonder if we will find it. I'm guessing they will reveal it before the end. It could be a thing where like 2 of them aren't as important, or maybe they are really super important. And that's why we haven't really learned about them. Yeah, I love that I got to hear the Nicole thing again, because like it's been a bit since we actually heard that reference. Obviously, like at the time I was just shocked that we were hearing a voice at all. So it's really cool, the idea that they didn't actually maybe like know what change happened, but they sensed the change and they were like, I gotta talk to this person. Alice is such a dominating figure in this game for me that like they went from being like this person. I read the Dave Out Travel Guide first and I was like, you know, this is just a really, you know, crazy character who likes to blow up stuff. And then I went on and like was like, oh, they're actually kind of scary. They're scary in an imposing, awe-inspiring way in 2 ways. So like I said, it's like, oh, they're awe-inspiring and they're also awe-inspiring in a terrifying way too. Yeah. Very, very, very cool stuff. Thank you so much for sending it, Victoria. So far we've had, like, that's what's so good about World Reacts. We had amazing Fatui, why you should join the Fatui, and then, like, the Hexenzirkel stuff as well. And the next video is sent in by Dodo Dan, and as you've seen that basically every monster and Monster Hunter are similar to real animals, there's only one that can truly be considered a monster. Oh, great. And it looks like this was made by Dodo Dan. Check it out. Art, Valkyrie Office, Animation T, Common Shark. Warning, what you're about to see has been hidden by the guild. In what way? This in regards to the desolation of Sharad. Continue at your own risk. Oh, this is kind of cool. What are we doing here? The world is full of creatures. Interesting art here as well. Yet there's only one. Damn. Who truly deserves the title. Monster. So super interesting. So it's the idea that like, maybe the idea that like all the other creatures, like they said, like, you know, kind of like are similar to animals in a lot of the ways. And they act like animals in a lot of ways. So maybe there's like one creature that is just like such a monster that they are like, you know, that's it. You are a monster. Dear reader, I beg of thee, if you should find this letter, please pass this on to... Sorry, I'll read it. I'll read it on. Dear reader, I beg of thee, if you should find this letter, please pass it on to the guild. There is something horribly wrong? In what way? Poke Village is famous for many things. We pride ourselves on our little community, but I fear our tourist attractions is tearing us apart. What tourist attraction? The giant black sword that draws hunters and travelers from near and far. It is responsible. I know it to be true. Where neighbors spoke, only silence and suspicion remain. So there's like these little letters that are being put in here from a village. They heard its voice at night, whispering dark ideas and twisted omens. It called us, beckoned us to enter that cave. Some have ventured out there. Only a few remain as I write this letter. I've heard the tales of a monster with a hatred so ancient and an old wyvern. That's my bad. I'm just not fast to reading. That's my fault. Someone kill me. That's really... Okay. Someone get me right now. I've heard the tales of a monster with a hatred so ancient and old, even the old wyverns have forgotten its name. Pretty cool. I've heard the tales of the Crimson Demon with its overgrown horns and a bed of magma. Jesus Christ. And the white god that's silent and waiting before the dying star. Jesus Christ, what the hell? I fear, dear reader, that this insidious being from the sword is something else, something darker. So please, dear reader, get this to the guild. I do hope I'm simply losing my mind, that this is nothing but imagination. Very well written. But I hear it too. So it's like, oh, I hear it too. Okay, it speaks to me. I enter that place tomorrow. And with luck, you are not reading this. For if you are, God help us all. Very ominous writing here. Very cool.
The word Fatalis was never meant as
What the
a
hell?
moniker for an actual beast. No, it was a word to describe an existence of some kind. But over time, it seems to become known as the name of the
It's like growing? What in the hell? It's like morphing into a beast.
So what we're up against isn't a monster. It's actually history.
It's like there's something very odd, like it's so unnerving seeing like a dragon form, right? Right before your eyes, because what can you do? What can you do? Oh my god, are they in Fatalis' lair? Is that where, oh Jesus, no, I'd be gone. I'd be gone. I'd be gone. Like, if you think of this, like, I know these are like monster hunters and it's like their job, but like, it's taking away its passageways out of here. Almost unintentionally so, but like, very ominous. Because I think I've definitely heard of Fatalis before from the videos Dododan has sent in, right? It's like a final boss, right? And it actually has some like crazy mechanics to it as well. I don't think so. I don't think it'll be retreating. Jesus. Like, look at what, oh my god, look what it's able to do with just its fire, like, almost not even just like the heat of it, the force of it. Insane stuff. And like seeing the fire in their eyes as well. Jesus Christ. Because like, wait, there's nothing hotter than Dragonfire, right? How Dragonfire can like melt stone. Oh, okay. Insane stuff, like I'm actually like, again, it's one of those things that like, when I obviously don't know, you know, what I know from Monster Hunter is like my little time with like Freedom Unite, like years and years ago on the Vita. I think it was like maybe back in like 2014, maybe, I think it was. I could be wrong. Maybe 2015. That was like my little time with Monster Hunter, and a little bit on the 3DS, but like, again, like I couldn't tell you, like before Dota Dance in these videos, I couldn't tell you anything, you know? And some of these creatures are like, you know, first, like from a distance, Monster Hunter was always very like, just like, oh, it's like a fun game where you go out and hunt monsters. It seems that like it's actually like these, like, you know, not only learn about their ecosystems, what their patterns are, what they do in their lives, like these monsters, but they actually are like destructive creatures that, like, you know, in that case you saw destroying, like, you know, the idea that it could destroy a city, that it can destroy towers, that it can like knock down stone. Some of these creatures are capable of a destruction on a level that is like unbelievable. Really well written as well, Dododan. Really cool, like seeing the ominous, like, you know, build up to it as well. The idea of like, you know, hey, if I'm going to see what this is, and if I don't, and the idea that it's like speaking like into their minds as well, and that sometimes it's the idea that it's playing tricks on us. It's really cool, really cool stuff. I wonder what it's like. Well, I know what it's like to fight. I think it's the same creature that I saw in a video that people were fighting in. It's actually a really crazy boss. But in terms of like an actual human, like being the actual Monster Hunter, like how crazy would it be to be fighting this creature? Absolutely insane. Thank you so much, Dododan, for sending in. That was really cool to see. The next video is sent in by Malcolm Condé, and it is the oldest view beneath the earth. Let's check it out. Are there captions on the video? There are captions on the video, just in case. You never know. Already super terrifying, super worrying. I don't get... Oh, that's not... Okay, it's the video. Man, Kane Pixel videos just like from the start, regardless of what they are, like make me so terrified. Like instantly. It's just like, not even terrified. I think it's more just like a,
What's up,
like
guys?
a nervous feeling.
Wyatt here.
Oh, Wyatt, hey,
You're all
Wyatt.
having a great day. I know I am, because today I've got something really cool to show you that I found.
What have you found?
On my way to, well, I shouldn't say the name of the park. I don't want to, just because the spot I'm taking you to is technically pretty far into private property. Not going to get into that.
He's talking very quietly. I'm going to turn off closed captions because he's talking so quietly and intentionally. So I think the closed captions are getting it wrong. So I don't want people to people or I to read the wrong thing.
Not good. don't trespass. I'll probably be fine, but don't trespass unless you found a really cool secret tunnel.
No,
in the
no,
woods
not
that you wanna
not a
check out and
tunnel.
show to your internet buddies.
Wyatt.
In that case, I think it's fair game.
No.
So from that, you might be able to deduce what I'm planning on.
Wyatt, please do not.
Today. So stay tuned.
Oh, look at the giant tree here as well. Crazy that trees even exist. Look at this.
All right, it's super windy right now, so I hope you guys can hear me. I've been walking for like an hour, 45 minutes, and I got turned around a little bit back there, but I think...
Imagine going this far into private property as well, though. That's terrifying.
I gotta get a little further. Okay, yes. This is it.
Where's the tunnel?
So...
Where is the tunnel?
Here is...
No. Oh, dude, don't.
I'll show that in a moment. Inconspicuous.
Why?
Tiny little hole in the ground. Honestly, just like a little cave or something. I don't know. I mean, that's what I thought it was the first time that I saw this the other day. I mean, it's out literally in the middle of nowhere.
You could even pay me.
But if you actually take a look down inside, there are stairs down there.
No, man, the lights are on. That means somebody's home.
Look at that. So I didn't notice this before last time I was here because I was in a rush.
Would you not come with someone as well, just in case you get in trouble?
Looks like these stairs used to go up further, if that makes sense. And
oh, you used to go further?
what I find really weird is that all the lights, these lights are on.
Yep.
So that tells me that there is still something active here. And
it means there's power going to this place for sure, which means there's an electricity bill, or at least a generator.
so low tech, is that a... It's just fucking strange.
That looks like where it started, but he said like went up further?
Going up, but got cut off and buried. I don't want to talk too much, just because I can't really anticipate if anyone's going to be around here. I don't hear anyone, but the lights are on, and...
Yeah. My first thing would be either alien base or man with a butcher's outfit coming after me. You know what I mean? Just not my thing, man, like of going into places like this. I could never do it.
When I was here on Wednesday, this, I think, was about as far as I got. I haven't gone any further than this. I sort of chickened out and ran back up to go home, get some more space to record on my phone, since that was really low. I'm gonna give it a go.
The actual lack of fear, though, as well, to do this type of stuff is insane to me, because it can never be me. It can never be me. Oh, there's a freaking corner. Oh, no. Don't you dare. No. No, you zip around the corner. You brought us here. You zip around the corner. You don't get to be scared now. You brought us here. You zip around. The bravery of this person. The bravery.
So fucked.
I agree.
Let's go.
What? The killer's gonna hear you now, whoever the killer is.
You hear that? It just keeps going. It just keeps going.
And it's going down as well.
So on edge.
I've never been so that into the idea of like haunted areas or exploring places like this. That's why I'm always like so amazed by like I want to like literally like sit down and talk with people like this, you know? Like the people who do cave diving as well. Is like, how do you do this? How do you process the idea of even doing this? How do you think of doing this?
I feel like one of these is gonna be a hallway or room or something. Because what else? What is the purpose?
I wonder if like the skipping is like an interference with his phone as well. Oh my god, it's getting darker. This spot is just completely dark. Apart from the bottom parts here. I thought it was a bell for a second. I was like, you ringing for dinner?
The thing I really can't wrap my head around is that it has been raining for like the past like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah?
Yet I don't see any water down here.
So nothing's falling through.
Dries like the desert. So I guess that could be because this is the entrance is at the top of a hill, or the entrance I saw was at the top of a hill, and I mean it's under a tree, but I don't think that would deflect that much water. So
It's like it's compact.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Like airtight.
I will say it's starting to get pretty cold down here, though.
No, okay. Darkness, let's turn around. I like Kane Pixels does this stuff all the time. These anticipatory like horror stuff where it's like, what is gonna happen? Will anything happen? Is another question.
I think he keeps going a ways. I see a little something shining.
Huh?
I'm just realizing I'm gonna have to walk back up all these stairs.
Yeah. But you walked an hour and a half already. Like, you're not gonna be able to run away from whatever's out here.
Fuck it.
You did a 2-hour walk. Now you're walking. Well, walking downstairs ain't too hard, I suppose. Walking up the stairs, you're gonna be feeling great though. Like in a week's time, it's gonna be so good for you.
I'm starting to realize that this is a really stupid idea. But hey, natural selection, right? I'm smelling like cut grass.
Oh really?
Mow the lawn. Smell you good after.
So there are lights on here, just not working towards down the end here. Oh, Jesus Christ, those warped stairs. Those warped stone stairs. What do you expect us to do with that?
What is that?
Yeah, no, run. I'd say run.
Is that a door?
No, I'd say run. No, 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 don't run away. Regular door at the end of a freaking stone hallway. Run.
Dude, I'm fucking shaking.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too, turning around and seeing what's behind me. And look at the door, it's so ratty. What are you doing? Well, you came here. You decided this. This is your fate. This is your life now. You're the doorman. Open the door. Oh god, no, go, turn around and run. Run. No! You saw, like, bathroom walls. Are you serious? No, there's like a cave. This is like Silent Hill. Turn around. It's a shower. Why you turn your back to that hole in the wall? Why? Please run. For me. For me, please. Why would you turn your back to this here? Why in any world would you ever turn your back to that? Okay, okay, let's go under it, will we? Let's go under it. My dude. My dude. What is that? It's like a cash register? Yeah. I agree. Believe it or not.
Are you serious?
Would not be caught dead. Here. What is it? It's like...
I am not supposed to be here.
Like, it has those gratings like you see in like a shopping place, you know, where they hang stuff, but... It's confusing. It is like a shopping area. Like, what do you... Now, honestly, I think I say, what are you doing here? But, like, the curiosity would get the better of you at this stage, right? Like, what could you do at this stage? And the music is still playing?
Looks like a shopping mall.
You hear something? Oh, stop. Stop.
I'm not even sure if I can push this on you.
It's just... It's...
What the fuck?
Oh.
When Ventis...
We went right into a Zhongli thing? I was expecting a massive jump scare. And I was anticipating some sort of jump scare. But what we got at the end was definitely not a jump scare. Like, like those final moments, especially in Kane Pixel stuffs, feel terrifying, right? Feel awful. Because you're feeling like something's about to happen, but then it doesn't. Or maybe something like, it looks like it's about to happen, but then it doesn't. Like, the whole thing is, it's like one of the most anticipatory, like what you call it? You're anticipating something all the time. But, like, there's something even more unnerving that, like, they don't give you the jump scare in the end. It makes you feel almost, like, even more scared of what's happening. Yeah, that whole location, like, again, that's what Kane Pixels is really good at doing. It's like the best at making you feel like you shouldn't be in a place. Right? The best at making you feel like what you're doing right now is the wrong thing to do. What the character you're watching is doing is the wrong thing to do. And that's what it felt through the whole thing. It's like, please go back. And then eventually your curiosity gets the better of you. Absolutely terrifying stuff as usual. Really is terrifying. Thank you so much for sending it, Malcolm. It's one of the main reasons why you'll never catch me dead or alive in any of those places. Ever. You'll never see me ever in a place like that. I would have been gone already. But again, like towards the end, your curiosity would get the better of you. There's nothing you could do at that stage. It's just the way it all like set. You know, it was like a shower, it was a shopping mall, and it was like a crypt, and a like a worn out door. It's so creepy. Thank you so much. The next video I sent in my menu, and it's no Honeyworks this time, which is okay. We love the Honeyworks, but it's always okay to send in whatever you want. And there's something else from the Genshin I can send at this time. That's no problem whatsoever. So it's the Hoyover 2023 XOXO Genshin Impact fan musical. Are you joking? That sounds so good. So this is what we started off with.
Venti summoned a group of archons
Oh, Jesus,
from
man.
Mondstadt, I anticipated a trial that would alter the
This is gonna be so good, isn't it? This is gonna be so good.
Instead, we're apple picking.
Okay. I love that.
A reunion was overdue.
Oh,
Plus, it's been fun
sweetheart.
swapping stories.
Hey, you've been quiet. What's wrong? Is it the Shogun again?
No.
I love the idea of them apple picking together.
I hadn't left Inazuma in a while, and
Yeah?
running a nation can
Inazuma?
be a lot, you know?
Indeed, the stress of leadership has plagued me for over 6,000 years.
It's not a contest, Zhongli.
Well, not all of us can be as carefree as the enemy.
No, we cannot. We definitely cannot.
You just sit around all
No
day
way.
playing your lyre and drinking
A baseline.
wine. Whoa.
What's your secret? It's like you're never stressed.
Whoa.
You assume I spend
No.
each night singing rhymes and drinking wine.
Oh, but most nights, right? Yep.
There are times when I'm not fine.
Very good encapsulation of that.
Though I've won countless battles, I've still been burned.
Great vocals.
What I've learned is if you're stressed and you need rest, tell
I love Venti singing this to the other Archons.
XOXO. Give your best with one salutation.
Oh my god.
XOXO. Tell him take it easy.
And of course, Nahita's like, this is the best. You know, Nahita accepts this right away.
Life is far less taxing when
Heck yeah.
XOXO.
Look at this jerk, shirking his duties at work.
Same as
We're all apple picking.
you once let a puppet lead.
One in command should not abandon his
Oh.
land.
You did too,
Oh.
Well.
just to get the break you need. Work's no fun.
I mean, in a way, it's like Venti's like saying, like, obviously there's like way more context to what happened with those things, but I do think it's interesting that Venti's like mentioning this anyway, because it's kind of like, well, look, like we all need to relax sometimes, you know what I mean? We all feel like the pressure of stuff gets to us sometimes in that way, but obviously there is way more context to that. Look at that. Great artwork. Yeah, it's like, yeah, take a break.
This includes you too, Nahida. You exode your memories. Literally.
Oh, Jesus.
You're the most hardcore out of all of us.
With a little...
Thanks.
Thanks.
If you're stressed,
The tiny bite. Oh, look at the different locations. The tiny bite of the apple was really adorable.
Celestia, XOXO.
It's just basically saying goodbye to your worries.
And to those who test ya, XOXO. Sure, there's people you love.
Oh, that's really cool.
You need time that's for living.
Yeah, the vocals are really great.
Any harm, there's no cause for alarm. Less your clothes on a killing spree.
True. Yeah, true. You want to watch out for that, for sure.
But don't wait for clouds to clear.
Oh my god, Nahida.
Let your mood take
The love heart. Whoa. Whoa.
to the stratosphere. If you're stressed,
Is that... no.
cause you're
Xiaoli like nearly dying on top of Dvalin.
If depressed, keep yourself from going. SOS. Tell him take it easy, keep it breezy. XOXO. Life is far less taxing.
And Frida was looking up as well. Super sweet stuff. Really sweet stuff. Really, really sweet stuff. What was it? Oh, it just goes into some of them just go into the exact next thing. Some of them go into the exact next thing that's happening as well. Really, really fun stuff. And a great vocal too. I love the Frida, like, you know, basically like I was looking up at this thing being like, what the hell is this? We just met Frida as well. She's a fantastic character. Yeah, I'm actually like finding like all this, like these little animations, little musical stuff really sweet as well. But I really like, what I love about that as well is like, you know, Venti is a character who like 100% like takes everything easy, takes everything so super, super easy breezy, which I always think is like the greatest thing about Venti in general. And like, I think that Venti more than anything is like a character who will get things done when they need to get things done. You know, they will find the time to do things or time to get like again, I always bring up Vanessa. They will do the thing that when something needs to be done, they will get that thing done. But they're very good at relaxing as well. I love how they brought up as well how like it's like, hey, like yeah, like you guys had pressure as well. You guys felt the pressure of your lands too, and sometimes it's better if you like do relax a bit. Zhongli should know all about relaxing, the idea of relaxing. Obviously, they've all earned a relaxation as well. That's another thing. Like they've all earned the idea of like, okay, let's all relax, not think about this stuff. And I think that's honestly like the best way to look at things, I suppose, as well, is like, hey, take the time, take the absolute time to like take your earned relaxation. And this song as well was just good just because whoever's singing for Venti, I don't know, was it Erica? I don't think it was Erica, was it? Like I might check the description to see if it says who the singers are, because it could be, but like I kind of like think Erica's voice is a little bit higher, but I could be wrong. It was not Erica, yeah, because I knew that because maybe the pronunciation of Inazuma was a little bit off, so I was like, oh, maybe it's definitely not the actual, and it's definitely not the voice actors for Zhongli and Nahida and stuff. Yeah, you could tell that right away. But obviously, it's a fan video, so it's obviously you're gonna have to get different interpretations and stuff like that. So that's fine. Yeah, it was really cool, Manu. Thank you so much for sending in. Very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. The next video is sent in by Kaveh VA, and it is the Harvest Pokemon and the Divine Bird Genshin Impact lore. Let's check it out, because we just finished Good and Evil, which was actually like a pretty freaking crazy quest. So I'm excited to see what's going to be in this lore. The video game spoiler for the Sumeru Archon quests and the Kaveh of Good and Evil.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Genshin lore video.
Hello.
Today, I'll be going over the lore of the Harvest Pokemon and its origins in the Garden of the Sands. I'll be going over the lore presented in the Vorukash's Glow artifact
Shangdi's like, what is this place?
As well as a few other pieces of lore. Also, if you like the video, consider
just
subscribing. It helps me out a lot, and I'd really appreciate it.
I've heard your voice before. It's great.
Anyways,
it's a great voice.
Right on.
Wish I had a voice like this.
A long time ago, the nation of Sumeru was ruled by 3 god kings. They were Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Yeah, I love hearing about this stuff. I really do.
Although they lived during the Archon War, they did not fight each other. Instead, King Deshret chose to share his throne with the other 2 gods, which led to an era of peace in Sumeru.
So cool.
However, this peace would not last forever. King Deshret was ambitious, and would often tell the goddess of flowers, Nabu Malikata, about his plans and ideas. He wanted to overthrow the rule of Celestia, and even went so far as to decline the Gnosis that they had offered to him. Now, even though Nabu Malikata was aware that she would die if she helped King Deshret with his plans, she went along with them. Of course, Nabu Malikata soon ended up dying, which led King Deshret to descend further into madness.
Jesus Christ, man.
And working
what a tragic story, honestly.
Seeing this, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left his side and went to a small corner of the desert, in which she created a beautiful rainforest.
Incredible.
As time passed, King Deshret would eventually die as well. And the tyrants...
The idea of like going off into like a corner of the desert and being able to create a rainforest just shows how like powerful Rukkhadevata was, and like, a lot of the stuff that Nahida had to like live up to in a lot of in fairness as well.
Many cities around the desert would rise and fall, leaving Rukkhadevata as the only one of the 3 god kings left. However, before Nabu Malikata passed away, she gifted Rukkhadevata with a shard of Kavarina. She told her to protect the shard and keep her safe until the day when the dark abyss would rise to drown all life.
Man.
That day would of course be the Cataclysm, which Nabu Malikata had foreseen in a nightmare.
Sorry, but like being friend, like it is it for me, because it does not compute in my brain being friends before the Cataclysm, right? It's like so weird. It's like just like it's so long ago.
Nabu Malikata also talked to the shard, asking her to prevent the coming of the faceless nightmare that she had witnessed. She told her that she would find her destiny in that nightmare, as long as she was not afraid.
Wait, so when we stared into the face of the goddess of flowers and we saw a void, it was trying to talk about the faceless nightmare, maybe? Of the cataclysm?
She then would give the shard to her new mother, Rukkhadevata. After both Nabu Malikata and King Destret had passed away, Rukkhadevata would take this shard of Kavarina and shape it into a new form. This form was of a divine bird, and would be known as Sumeru. Rukkhadevata would charge
Oh my
her with
god!
the
Wait, so
protection
I wonder if that was the nameless void. The nameless void was actually like trying to show us about the cataclysm. Maybe we weren't supposed to see that. Maybe someone else was supposed to see that.
worlds, and with the guardianship of the border between new birth and death. Sumeru would stay by Rukkhadevata's side for many years, helping to protect the rainforest. It was said that she lived amongst the pines, the cypresses, and the snow lotuses of the rainforest. She also slumbered in dreams as well, which were said to recall a time when the Covenant still endured.
So Sumeru was able to go into dreams, was able to was able to live in dreams as well?
These peaceful times would not last.
Yes.
500 years ago,
100%.
the cataclysm would begin, and all of Teyvat would be affected. As I said, this event is the faceless nightmare that Nabu Malikata had witnessed.
It has to be
The Grey
that.
Death and forbidden knowledge began to spread, with the 7 Archons being forced to step in to stop it.
Yeah.
The 7 would be summoned to Tunigi Hollow, located in northwestern Sumeru. Many of them would fight their way all the way down to Conria, but not everyone made it that far. The previous Hydro Archon, otherwise known as the Lord of Amrita, would be killed by abyssal forces at Tunigi Hollow.
Jesus.
After her death, her body would be transformed into a pool of pure dew known as the Amrita. However, because she was stained by corruption, she was unable to be reborn in a purer plane.
Right.
So, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata would grow the Harvest Takum from the Amrita, which allowed the Lord of Amrita's consciousness to remain anchored to the mortal realm.
So that's how it happened, because we know about the anchor and the idea of like the actual anchoring of the tree, right? And I remember even saying like when the tree became a full tree, it felt like it was no longer anchored. It felt like it was just part of the world.
The giant lotus at the center of the Harvest Takum is known as the Gyao Karina.
That's insane about like that like with the, because like we knew that with the anchoring and like what Rukkhadevata did as well for the anchoring of the that tree, but like, you know, when you hear about the lore of it, then it sounds so even more depressing than it already is, like, it's supposed to be.
And is where the Lord of Amrita's consciousness slumbers. Now, the Lord of Amrita was unfortunately not the only god to perish during the Cataclysm. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata would die as well, as she was polluted by forbidden knowledge.
Man, all these,
The
like,
pollution-
to me, like, the stories between Rukkhadevata, the goddess of flowers, King Deshret, are like, it could be a movie. Like, it could be its own movie. Like, I love hearing about them.
caused by forbidden knowledge had spread alongside the Cataclysm, and had even invaded Irminsul. Of course, Rukkhadevata was Irminsul's avatar, meaning it polluted her and killed her as well.
God, so bad.
Before she died, though, she realized that her existence must be completely erased from Irminsul, as it would still remain and pollute Irminsul after her death. At the end of the Sumeru Archon quests, Nahida would successfully remove her existence, saving Sumeru from the curse of forbidden knowledge.
This moment was freaking so bad. It was so hard to watch.
The Folio of Foliage says that the Gyao Karina, where the Lord of Amrita's consciousness slumbers, is also the remains of Rukkhadevata. However, this hasn't been stated anywhere else, so it isn't fully confirmed at the moment.
So it's just like, it could be just like someone writing something
Anyways, after the
to
deaths
be more
of
interesting.
the Dendro and Hydro Archons, abyssal pollution would continue to spread, even putting the pure Amrita at risk. Seeing this, Sumeru would take action and face her destiny. After all this time, she would finally leave the embrace of her 3 mothers to sacrifice herself for the world. The mother of Verdure, Rukkhadevata, the mother of Sweet Dew, the Lord of Amrita, the
hell.
mother of fresh flowers, Nabu Malikata.
How beautiful is that? The idea of like finally leaving your like 3 mothers, right? I want to watch this part again here as well, just so we get the idea of this as well, because I love the idea of like
Abyssal
having the
pollution would
three
continue to
mothers.
spread, even putting the pure Amrita at risk. Seeing this, Sumeru would take action and face her destiny. After all this time, she would finally leave the embrace of her 3 mothers.
Leave the embrace, which is such a cool way of putting it.
The mother of Verdure, Rukkhadevata.
And this is why always so rush like looks up to Sumeru so much. And all of them do.
Fresh flowers, Nabu Malikata. Sumeru would fly into the pool of Amrita, then shatter her divine form, cleansing it of the dark impurities.
And that's what So Rush wanted to do. That's what So Rush wanted to do.
Divine form would become countless motes of Kavarina, which helped in the purification. Eventually, these sentient Kavarina would become the beings we know as the Pari, who defend and worship the Harvest Tokum as their god.
So cool, seeing So Rush anytime.
During the Kavarina of Good and Evil questline, we assist the Pari in purifying the Harvest Tokum and the Amrita once more. Now, there are a few...
So the idea is that like, of course, that's why So Rush wanted to do then in the end, which is like, become that same sacrifice, because I think they have such a reverence towards him, and So Rush really felt like that would have like given their life meaning as well. It's such a great way of writing it as well, like with Genshin being like leaving the embrace of the, like leaving the safety of your, because I think there's a lot of that when it comes to Genshin as well, the idea of leaving safety for your destiny,
Two other interesting
for your
things
fate
in this artifact set that I want to bring up. First, I want to talk about the Harvest Tokum. While the Pari worship it as their god, it actually has influence from 3 different gods.
Okay.
These 3 gods are also the 3 mothers of Sumeru, who I mentioned earlier. The Gyao Karina is supposedly Rukkhadevata's remains, and also is where the Lord of Amrita's consciousness slumbers. Nabu Malikata's Kavarina power is what purified and protected the tree, as both Sumeru and the Pari. While it is interesting that all 3 of these gods had influence over it, only one has a consciousness that still remains. Of course, that is the Lord of Amrita, the previous Hydro Archon. I've talked about her quite a bit recently, as I'm very excited for the release of Fontaine and how the story will play out.
Same, I can't wait for it to release.
I think it would be very
on my channel on
interesting
Thursday.
If we travel back to the Harvest Tokum in Fontaine's story, either during the Archon quests or during Focalor's story quest. Zurvan, the first Pari, tells us that the Lockfolk once came here in search of their former god, but then spread across Teyvat after seeing what remained of her. It would be pretty cool if we travel alongside Focalor here to try and get her to see eye to eye with the Lockfolk or something like that. Anyways, there is one more thing I want to mention.
Mention it.
Throughout the artifact set, a flowery sea or sea of flowers is mentioned multiple times when talking about Sumeru's sacrifice. This could be referencing the sea of flowers at the end, seen in the Travail trailer, perhaps suggesting that Sumeru's action helped change fate, saving Teyvat from being consumed by forbidden knowledge.
Maybe.
It could also simply be a reference to her mother, Nabu Malikata, who is the goddess of flowers.
The goddess of flowers, yeah.
However, I think it is most likely that this flowery sea is referring to the Pari, who were born from Sumeru's sacrifice, as one instance says that a glimmering sea of flowers was born from her actions.
Oh, it's like the idea that like, from a distance, like both, this is both like spiritually and like physically. From a distance, physically, they would all look like a row of flowers, right? Especially the way they move around. Like So Rush like dances around like a flower petal that like is like moving around, and like in the wind. So I wonder if that's the case too. Yeah, like, and also like I guess like spiritually, it's like they are like born of that as well, right?
Anyways, that's pretty much it for the Vorukash's Glow artifact set.
Very cool.
And the story of
it helped. I want to talk about one particular thing to help me out a lot here.
Once again, this artifact lore is getting me very excited for Fontaine, and I can't wait to share more ideas with you all. Currently, I have 4 videos in my Fontaine speculation miniseries, and I'll also be starting to make shorts on smaller speculation topics for Fontaine as well. Of course, I'll have shorts on other topics too, including lore and theories from Genshin, Star Rail, and maybe more.
Okay, you do Star Rail lore too?
I'm very excited to share this with you all. I've also made videos on the Goddess of Flowers, the Sea of Flowers, and the
I've
other
heard
artifact set from 3.6
his voice before.
in
He's definitely
stream,
good.
if you want to know more about those as well. I would love to hear what other bits of lore you'd like me to cover in the comments below as well, though. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Sources and further readings are also in the description if you want to check them out. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video.
No, thank you. Thank you for making that video. Because now I have something I definitely feel better about now, which is like the idea of like the void that we saw in the Goddess of Flowers face. I wonder if that was like directly, and this is going to give me a lot of comfort, because it's been the one thing that I've been thinking about ever since the end of Good and Evil, is that void of the face. Every time I think of like the lore of it, I'm thinking, what was that? What could that be? And now looking at it now, it's like, okay, that's definitely what it could be. Is that it was trying to show maybe someone else was supposed to see that. Maybe it was meant for somebody else. Maybe it was like meant for like somebody else to like find Lulu Power and see that stuff there. And like, I guess the idea of like, and this is like stupid theory time, because maybe it's not true at all. But like, what if Deseret said to like the genies that if you go to the Eternal Oasis, you will find, you know, your the Goddess of Flowers. And what he really wanted was someone to go there and like maybe learn from what we saw in this as well. But then again, if it like happened right, like if it was like a, how do I say it? Like if it was like a way of like talking about, like, because we know it was a way of like what, like the shard was like a way of like, how do I say this without sounding dumb? It's like the idea of like warning somebody maybe like about like what they've seen with the Cataclysm and what's coming with, or what happened to the Cataclysm, like the faceless nightmare of the Cataclysm. So it really does put my mind at ease a little bit, knowing that like maybe the faceless void we saw was actually like a representation of the Cataclysm. It doesn't have to be a warning, or maybe someone else has seen it, because like I think that wouldn't really work maybe too much in the timeline with it. But what it like, I feel so much better. Like I feel like, you know, when you have like a clog like in your brain and you're like, oh, what is that? Please, someone, you know, come on. You're like, what was the name of the actor? What was the name of that actor? And it was kind of felt like that. And now after watching this video, like I feel a lot better. I really do, because now I have like a lot more information when it comes to that stuff. I love hearing about these stories when it comes to Ruka Devata, the Goddess of Flowers, and King Deseret. I think it's one of the most interesting stories in the entirety of Genshin, and like deserves to be talked about as like one of the highest pieces of lore that they've ever done in this game. Absolutely incredible, the stuff that you learn from these pieces as well. When it comes to the story of characters in this too. I also love with this creator, Silicon14. One of the things that he's really good at doing here is that he will not, when it's speculation, he will like speculate to death, but will right away be like, yeah, but that doesn't make any sense if it's this. He won't like go too far into like this idea, because again, like it's different strokes for different folks. I feel like he's making a video that's more about like, you know, it's less about like putting like lines on the chalkboard and be like, this relates to this and this relates to that, because that's kind of, I feel like Ashikai is very much like that, where they have like a lot of facts and they do the kind of like, well, what if this was this? What if that was that? Like it's like all like, you know, 50 brain techniques. Whereas this is kind of like describing what the lore is. Here's what I could relate to. This is why it could not be true. And I actually like really, really enjoy both styles, I suppose, when it comes to this. But yeah, I'm so glad that I got to watch this. Thank you so much for sending in, Kuva. The next video sent to my Cosmic Caliph, and is the character demo for Lynette. I am super excited to see a character demo, because it's been a bit of time, hasn't it? Let's check it out.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh my
I am
God.
Lyney's magic assistant, and if you have work-related
The music
inquiries,
already.
please ask Lyney. If you have questions related to seeing a magic show, please ask the ticket office. Seems Lyney is saying some strange things again.
The stirring of the tea as well is fantastic.
I can see the conditions.
I can't get over this music. Oh my God! Again, just like such S tier designs in Fontaine as well. Get him. How about get him? Those crazy pine trees we saw in the back, like in the game as well, which is actually insane, by the way. There's even pine trees in this game, or like they look like pine trees. Music's fantastic.
After the sun goes down, the desires hidden
With the tail in the frame as well is so cool. Holy hell, are you like a noir superhero?
Let the magic begin!
Oh my God, I cannot wait to start leveling up these characters. Holy hell. I'm so excited to be able to do this. It's just a super exciting time, right?
You let me take the stage.
Oh, and then joined up with her brother.
Take me with you.
And brother. The two brothers and the sister. You were so cool.
Evening shows are
Oh, the
spectacular.
confetti.
Should I reserve a ticket for you?
Always reserve a ticket for me. Again, I absolutely adore how they do character demos in this, but like in general also at the same time, it's just like so freaking cool seeing Fontaine characters like this. It's not just the characters demos in general. It's not just the idea of like seeing a character demo. That's not what Genshin demos are anymore. What they are to me and what's so special about, like, again, this embodies this. The personality, showing off the character in a very fun way, the music, the different designs, every demo lined up against each other is so different from each other, especially when they go on later on. They get more and more different from each other. The sipping of the tea for Lynette as well. I think Lynette is fantastic. It's called Cat in a Box, by the way, which is so good. I think Lynette is such a sweet character so far, and I'm really, really happy to be in a new era of the channel again, where we're gonna have character demos probably galore going forward when we meet more characters. So far, Fontaine, we've met Lynette, Chlorinde, we've met Farina, we've met Fremine and Lyney, right? And Charlotte. Those are the characters we met. And I might have met, like, again, there's so many characters we met in the first episode. It was absolutely insane. And I'm very happy to have met them as well. Thank you so much for sending it in, Cosmic Cat Love. I absolutely adore the heck out of Lyney. The next video sent in by Scenic Season. In an ideal world, I would send the whole stream, but for now, this'll do. This is Kaveh VA played Genshin, and it was silly. Let's check it out.
It is me, John Genshin.
John
The
Genshin.
Magnum.
I've actually seen this guy play Genshin before, so I think this is just like a different video. So I don't have to be crossovers with jokes if I forget some of the jokes as well. But I know that he is like a very funny person.
Pussy, as someone just said. And maybe do a bit of. Will you shut up?
Scholars in the academia are prime examples.
I swear to God. Yes! Right there. Easy money.
When I got my Kaveh, I went
there
nuts.
we go. There's another one. Okay.
I went absolutely nuts.
D1. Good shit.
Oh, wow.
There's Kaveh. Okay. All right. Cool. Kaveh, come on.
Like a cat?
Kaveh. Come on, baby. Come on, sweet boy. There he is.
Man, I got mine and he wasn't even on the banner. That's what was so exciting about like getting Kaveh at the time.
Worked.
Yeah, calling him like a cat.
T5.
Wait, if that works, I gotta do it with characters I want.
Here, Kaveh. Who's a good architect? Who's a good architect?
Everyone in the chat's doing it too?
No.
No!
You're not wrong.
10 out of 10.
Candace,
You got so
like
lucky there.
Candace Grace.
Fischl was on the banner with Kaveh, and Ganyu was on a banner across from Baiju. Interesting. Like, if Fischl was on a banner, I'd be so happy. It'd be the end of me.
Nicely. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
If you have a project you'd like me to work on, then I'll need a detailed description of what you have in mind.
Yeah, let me get a...
This is actually kind of sweet, though, listening. Even though it's mostly funny, it's very sweet listening to your own voice lines that you did, you know?
This may come as a shock to you guys, but I'm a voice actor.
Oh, really?
And his good night line, which I was like, oh, I'm gonna go hard on the fucking,
Jesus.
on the warmth and the allure here. So you know, let's
Let's
see
hear
this
it.
one.
Let's hear it.
Relax your mind and let go of all your troubles. Have a good night.
Ooh.
I was like, I want this to be the last, like, I want this to be Kaveh sincerely wishing you a very restful sleep. Is my
And it was.
laugh sexy enough for this man? Do I have a sexy enough laugh for Kaveh? Have you guys seen that image of like a person lying in bed and they're thinking, I have got to get sexier? That's what I was thinking as I recorded Kaveh.
Very charming individual, Kaveh's
What
voice
instruments
actor.
can Kaveh play? Wait, hang on. Actually, that's a good question. Give me a second. I gotta look for something.
Interesting
Gotta pull up a shit
wallpaper?
post. Kaveh would play something that sounds a little like this.
Oh, Tama's Bizarre
This
Adventure?
is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Right here. It's
He's
beautiful.
actually, you know what's funny? He actually is he's just one of those people that like really enjoys a drink and like, you know, like feels like, you know, he has to be like you know, like I feel like the pressure gets to him sometimes. I think he's the type of person that like is very dedicated to like stuff outside of that, you know.
Top 10 theories why Alhaitham and Kaveh are linked by soul. The demo, guys. Yes, I've seen the demo Ash shot.
The demo Ash shot?
I've seen it. People have sent it to me. I've seen it.
I've seen the demo too, I think. I don't remember an Ash
pause
shot.
it at 44 seconds.
Oh my god.
Memes already. I have seen Kaveh's ass.
Wait, is this the character they were calling thick at the time? Because I remember when my first introduction was with Genshin was someone sharing a picture of a Genshin character and then being like, wow, this character's so thick. And I remember looking at it and being like, that's a very slender individual.
I've seen them. Okay.
In all respects.
Are you happy now? Yes.
Very
I know
slender in the
exact
butt.
Seconds, because everybody in the comments was like, pause at 44.
Oh my
Whoa,
god.
Look at that. What is that? It's his ass. Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe not too slender.
It's a great shot. Okay.
We gotta check the demo after this. Maybe it's not too slender.
His vision. It's a really good shot of his vision. Okay.
I can't wait to use Kaveh as well.
He's such a wimp. I think that Alhaitham and Kaveh are going to be a part of each other's lives for a very long time.
Yes.
Interpret that however you wish.
So,
That's,
I've
I
heard
think,
this.
the most
I've heard this before. I remember even saying at the time, I was like, okay,
say about it.
Be very careful.
Whatever nature the relationship takes, whether it be, you know, whatever shape it may take, I think they're basically inseparable.
I agree. I've heard this before, and like actually, I think it's because like as well, the voice actor for Sino, wasn't it? Or was it? It was the voice actor for Sino, I believe. Didn't get in trouble. Was like told to not sing that song. It was the voice actor for Sino, because I know the voice actor for Sino is like an absolute like entertainer at heart. But like they were told not to sing the song, like the Peaches song, I believe it was, and I think they had to take it down. I don't know if I'm getting the lore wrong. Please let me know. But I think that's what happened.
So he would be waiting for him to come home, and it has happened. Well, Kaveh, I didn't feel like I'm gonna do it as Alhaitham. I didn't feel like the Palace of Alcazar's was all that impressive.
Actually, pretty good.
What did you say?
Alhaitham.
I'll say sheesh.
What did you say?
Sheesh. Oh.
Gorgeous.
Oh.
Gorgeous.
Oh.
Gorgeous. 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 Gorgeous.
What am I gonna name my wanderer?
Taking part in the Interdarshan Championship.
Hat guy, probably, because I really love this kid. I do kind of want to call him Sombrero.
Wait, he hasn't named his hat guy? And he's doing this festival?
Gucci.
Or this
call
event?
Him Juan. Juan did it. Yes! Juan did it. Oh my god. That's so good. Oh. I'm gonna steal that. Yo, I'm stealing that.
Sometimes I wish I could clap a few of them over the head and tell them to spend that time on studying instead.
Did this man just say, sometimes I wish I could clap a few of them?
Huh?
He's me for real.
Oh, it's you. Why are you here?
I wonder
He
if
said
he
the
is
line.
Kaveh VA.
Simple as that.
I wonder that too, honestly. What's your story, Kaveh?
Must I say?
Yes.
Young, but
Beautiful
didn't
character.
win.
Absolutely
Oh, this
gorgeous.
is gonna get serious. My father passed away many years ago. They say he ran into quicksand while traveling in
Oh,
the
don't
desert.
make a joke. Don't make a joke. No! I will.
No,
Here's
I'm
the
sorry.
thing. You do your streams whenever you want. Never.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
Never.
I'm sorry. That was not. No. I'm sorry.
How's the chat feeling? Wait, how did we won't see it? Never. By the way, I'm not actually condemning them, by the way. You do your streams however you want to, by the way. I would just never, I could never.
You two hiding something from me?
No.
No, of course not. Why would you think that?
Even how his voice sounds very close to Kaveh, that just shows how good of a voice actor as well, because it's close, but also the inflections, the way the tone is so Kaveh, but it's not the actual voice actor themselves. It just shows a lot of talent, doesn't it?
I love that laugh, by the way.
Alhaitham and Nilu.
This motherfucker.
Oh, it's them! We have to go over and say hi
No, we don't. Let
Always.
me in. Let me in.
A lot of the jokes are literally like the key thing, right? The idea of like how do I say it? Like one of his like actual idle animations is he can't find his key, I suppose. Yeah, like the voice actors like in Genshin, I really love that they have made their own career outside of just like Genshin, but they're also doing streams and stuff like that. It actually is like a really cool thing to see because you get more interaction with them, and I think the audience is actually probably very, very happy to get more interaction with them as well. Just really, really cool stuff from all the voice actors, and I love to see them like play games together and things like Uno or Phasmophobia and things like that. Yeah, it must be really nice. And again, I'm obviously not going to be watching them myself because obviously like they've recorded all the lines. They know the people have been Fontaine. They probably, will probably say stuff that like will probably spoil something like by accident. I will say this as well, by the way, and I actually put the note at the start of the video as well, because why not? Like sometimes I'll get like a spoiler out of context that's not even really a spoiler because it's so out of context. And like, then like someone in the comments will be like, that's a spoiler. That's a spoiler. And you're like, dude, I didn't know it was a spoiler until you said it was. It's like when you watch an anime intro, and like someone goes, don't watch the anime intro, there's spoilers in it. And it's like, well, I already did. Now I know that like everything in the intro is gonna happen. Like one of my favorite things about anime intros is like when you watch back the anime intro after you've watched it, after you watch the full show, and you're like, oh, of course that and that. Oh yeah, that and that. And you're like, and you notice it afterwards, you're not going to know that stuff is going to happen. Like you watch Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 second trailer, the fourth OP for Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, you're not going to be like noticing all this stuff happening, what's happening here, because you don't overanalyze stuff, right? It's the same with any anime. You don't overanalyze anything. And that's why I do. Whenever I see something, I don't overanalyze it. But I still think that, like, even out of context, I think, being in a chat full of Genshin players might not be a very good idea for watching a stream. But maybe eventually. Thank you so much for sending it in, Scenic. It was really cool to see as well. Really funny. The next video is sent in by Kat Sith. And it's so the Cardcaptor's opening song I showed you last week was completely newly written song for the English-speaking audience, and it was aired for North America and the UK. However, the same dub actually did also license the show's original Japanese opening and ending songs. They replaced the vocals with lyrics in English, but left everything else untouched from the original Japanese version, the visuals, music, and instrumental. They aired this version of Cardcaptor's Sakura's first opening song for Australia and New Zealand. Okay, let's check it out. So the Cardcaptor's intro was fantastic. It was incredible. So this is for Australia and New Zealand. Man, look at that. Wait, is that like a... Oh. Oh. Blushing? Oh my god. This song is so killer. I'm like bopping the head side to side and everything. Oh, little dance. Very cool stuff. The old VHS camera as well. Oh my god, we love strong eyebrows. Sorry. We love strong eyebrows, we gotta say it. Hold on a second. We love strong eyebrows. There, we love a character with strong eyebrows. Sitting on the roof as well. This is so freaking good. Like, I love the idea of different versions of the songs. Super sweet. Super sweet. Great designs as well. Great colors. Man, the song is so freaking... This is a song you listen to yourself, right? Oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. We don't, and I know, every week I sound like an old man when I go, oh, like we don't get intros like these anymore. Well, we legitimately don't really get intros like these anymore. It literally doesn't happen as much anymore, which is unfortunate. Yeah, like it's such a beautiful thing to go back and watch classic anime. And like I actually recently watched One Piece, which I'm uploading like an audio version. I did an audio commentary of the first episode of One Piece just to see if I liked it, just for a bit of fun. And I'm going to be uploading that to like the Patreon soon. And like, it's actually like debating what's going to happen in the future. Like, again, because I am a gaming channel, so I don't know whether I'm going to be like releasing that or people would even want to see something like that in the future. But we'll see how it works out. But for now, it's like I'm probably going to be uploading it this week. And by the way, before anyone goes, oh, I want to like pledge because he's going to be doing One Piece reactions, do not. Because I do not want you spending your money and then all of a sudden next week I'm like, I'm not going to do the One Piece thing because it's not on the actual Patreon. It's just like a little thing. So please do not give your money. I would feel terrible. Obviously, I would refund you, but I would still feel absolutely awful. But since I said it here, you have been forewarned. I do not want you spending your hard-earned cash for something that like you think would be more. Like, oh, I get 4 One Piece videos, commentaries a month. That's not it. Just realize that, all right? It was just literally a thing because we were talking about One Piece last week because there's some One Piece videos sent in. So please be warned. But anyway, yeah, on the sidetrack, card captors. Like I'm a big, as I said, a TCG fan. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I love the idea of card games. I think like this intro as well, though. It just reminds me of like watching stuff like I think I said before, like Yu-Gi-Oh Hakusho or like Yu-Gi-Oh GX. Or but like more Yu Yu Hakusho, where like I think like a lot of the classical openings had more songs that like you could hear in like a nightclub or something that like you could bop along to. That even if you didn't know the lyrics and you know what it was from, like you know the music that like your parents would be like, man, this takes me back. You know what I mean? Even they're like, wow, what a tune this is. You know what I mean? Before even hearing the lyrics about it, I love the visuals as well. I love the little dance moves in between everything as well. Like I love anime OPs. I've talked about it all the time. I watch OPs for anime all the time, like constantly. Rewatching them all the time, in a sad way, maybe even. You can think it's sad if you'd like. I don't think you guys would. I think you guys know what I'm saying. I watch anime OPs all the time, and that was really cool to see as well. Thank you so much for sending the Katsith. I'll have to check it out because again, it is on Crunchyroll. It is on Crunchyroll. Yeah. The next video is sent in by Geonave, and it is it's Firework Starlight Euphony Genshin Impact Toy Fair 2023. And let's check this out because it says as well, my head wasn't on Halloween this week, but it's happy birthday to Nahida. Happy birthday, Nahida. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Let's get back to start here. Jesus, man, this song. Every time I boot open the game, imagine the lyrics were there too. Oh my god! Barbara! You know what's funny about this? I'm a big fan of like puppets and like Muppets. So like when I see something like this, like, you know, some people might be like answers this. Are some people creeped out by this type of stuff? Because to me, I'm just like, make a whole movie. Make a whole movie of this. Holy hell. Do you hear those drum fills? Do you hear that? This is gorgeous. Like, it's legitimately like a really pretty visual as well, isn't it? Oh my lord. Fireworks are super pretty. Oh my god, yeah, I just saw Cosmos on the bass. You and Jin on the freaking drums. Oh my god, look at that freaking flying bee. I can't. This works so well. Tadari, our boy. That sounds incredible. Almost mythical in a way, right? Like to do that with like a performance like this. Go on, Kaveh, with your keyboard. Slender hands. Holy hell, do you hear that change as well? Like I was like praising Kaveh, of course, and that's why I kind of missed it a little bit, but this part. Look at that. Oh, they're showing the stage as well. Look at Yunjin. I can't, you know, Kazuha looks the coolest. Color-coded guitar and everything. Oh my god, is that an Ibanez? These costumes are so funny to me. I need a whole movie of this. Oh, Nahida. When the windows of her cage. Yeah. Holy hell. This is great. Like the music, the lyrics are really good too. Like to adapt it to a song that's so well known by Genshin fans already, you know, is really a feat to do as well. It is. Like it's impressive to be able to do it. Oh. Signora's butterflies. Oh, the lazo. The lazo. Oh, yeah. The gods kneel before their feet. This is incredible. Like, this is, the music is incredible. Is that? I was like, okay, it went by so fast. I was like, it can't be 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I can't get over how the band itself, right? It's like, it's not even just a thing where it's like, oh my god, what a beautiful song to accompany. It's like they made it their own, and it sounds like an actual band. Like the drummer's really good. The drummer's fantastic. And of course, the bass just looks awesome. Go on, Barbara, get it! Of course, Klee, greatest character according to NASA. Funniest character at the very least. Oh my god. A fight? Okay, I thought you were saying we're gonna fight in oil. I was like, okay, let's not. Look at Kazuha. This is great. This is so good. And knowing, like, as well, like, talking about the story of, like, Genshin, right? And, like, the journey as well. And knowing that fireworks in Genshin are about memories and, like, what you've gone through. Oh, this is such a cool freaking, like, part as well. That's so pretty. Oh, did we go on to the next one? It did. Okay, I see. I'm like, oh, is it gonna be the next one? Yeah, no, like that type of stuff is just so impressive to me. To take a song that is already like so, you know, ingrained in everyone's mind. Like all of us Genshin fans know that song. Whenever we boot up the game, you know, that's so bad. That's so bad. Editor, cut that out. Editor, cut that out. I'm the editor. I won't remember. Yeah, that's even better. Wow. I should be in these videos. Hoyoverse 2024. Calvin singing the opening theme. It's not even, what is that? Oh, I can't even get the beat. They can't even get the beat. Where is the beat? I know as well, by the way, like one of my ears is blocked right now. So there is probably, I'm gonna blame it on that. Editor, keep it in. Editor, pretend it's the ear. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was really cool to see, and it's really cool to take an established song like that and make it their own as well. I thought the drummer was fantastic, but they're all really good in the band as well, and I loved like the actual puppetry as well that went on, like the masks and stuff they were wearing too. It's just like, again, and the lyrics as well, like while like I think they're like very descriptive of just what happened, I think as well it does fill you with kind of like a lot of emotions because like you remember the journey you've been on, and then seeing the fireworks as well, which you know in Genshin is all about like memories and like what you've done in the game and like what other people have done throughout their lives. It's a super important thing for them also. So it's really good having all of that together, and especially having Barbara as a singer is such a sweet thing, and Kaveh as the keyboard player is something like I wasn't expecting either. Yoonjin as a drummer wasn't expecting either, but like I guess, you know, it's one of those situations, you know, when you have a band and you're like, It's like, well, I'm the singer. You can't be the singer. It's like, fine, I'll learn how to play the drums. And Yunjin's like, I'll learn how to play the drums. They kicked me out of the band because I was so good, you know? Thank you so much for sending in G&A. That was really awesome to see. Really, really awesome. The next video is sent in by Zevi. And it is, this one feels like a love letter to Sumeru. And I always love rewatching it. The hello, thank you, and final goodbye Hoyo Fair 2023 anniversary video. But of course, it's never final goodbye because Sumeru is full of events and welcomes you back with everyone right there. Just want to tell you a very heartfelt thank you for playing through Sumeru. Your wonderful way. In your wonderful way. Sumeru is my favorite comfort region. Wow. So it was great watching you appreciate the entire story and cast. From the main Archon and the character quest to a world quest, your insights and stories and the characters' interactions have been another added layer to Wander 2 onwards to more adventures. Thank you so much. I'm a little teary-eyed right now. The game means the world to me, and honestly, I've said it before. It really feels like Genshin has become my second family, and I really appreciate it. I love being a part of. I really love being a part of this community, like no other community I've ever been a part of before. It's the first time, like, and while I'm not like that involved because obviously I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but like, you know, interacting with you guys has been absolutely fantastic. It really has. And I'm really grateful to be able to do that on a regular basis. And the fact that people find insight in stuff that I say in any way, it doesn't matter if it's Genshin or something else, it just means the absolute world to me. The fact that I could do justice to such a, you know, near perfect game means the absolute world to me, you know? It means so much to me hearing that type of stuff. But yeah, let's check this out, Zevi. Thank you so much for writing that. That meant the world. Thank you so much. Oh, man. And we're already feeling a bit emotional. There's our girl. We will die for her. It's Inari looking at it like, it's like, oh, look, my daughter's got a friend. Oh, stop. Okay. Okay. Okay, Zevi. Last week everyone was trying to kill me. We're going to be doing that again. Is that what the attempt is?
Kill him before he gets to Natlan. Don't let him get to Natlan. If he gets to Natlan, he will know the secrets.
You guys are trying to prevent me to learn about the sky as well. You are literally going to drop a nail on my home. A sky nail is going to drop on my home if this doesn't work. Sir, we tried to kill him with this really sad stuff. Drop the nail. Drop the nail. My whole country becomes a desert. Oh, there's Needle as well. And yeah, look at these are beautiful drawings, aren't they? Beautiful artwork. And then Saito. Saito, go see Tadari. He's looking for you. Was that Alhaitham just like sitting relaxing feet out, by the way? Obviously this is the academia. Look at this. Oh my god, on the table. And there's, oh my god, look at all of them are here. Oh my god, the R&R homes, right? Oh god. I miss the R&R so much. I know people are going to be like, Kaveh, you can go back to him anytime unless you do the other quests. 100%. Like, I understand, like, it can always feel like a bit weird when you're going, I missed him. It's like, well, do the other quests. It's like, obviously, like, you know, there is also, like, a thing of, like, pacing. I made sure after we finished the R&R to, like, not go back to the R&R right away, because the last thing we would want is to, like, finish the R&R quest, feel like we did something absolutely incredible, and then go back and be like, oh, here we are again. Let's do another, 5 hours, because I feel like I don't want my memory of the R&R to be like how I did 20 hours in a row of R&R quests. I'm happy with that 14 hours we did as well. I really am. If you get what I'm saying. Oh my god, you can see that again, like, it's like the glove is like such a signifying, like, that's how good the characters are in this game and how well they are designed. You see the glove and you know it's Vaughn. With the ring as well. Beautiful character. Top 5 Genshin stories, easily. I would say top 3, actually. Interesting that they only show, maybe they'll show a bit more later, but interesting they only showed a bit of Vaughn. I'm wondering if it's because, like, well, maybe they didn't want to be shown as much, It's like their story is like a little bit distant to us, sometimes. Is this going to be... Oh, yes. Remember we saw this as well? The Mausoleum of King Dej... Look at that as well. I didn't expect to have like a bunch of like of the kind of NPC characters. Like, no, we had the R&R characters, but like to include Jet in this, that's such a fantastic thing. And look at this drawing as well of Jet. That like gives it like it's like exactly how I see Jet in terms of the person. Oh, and look at there, like the pat on the head as well. This was an incredible journey, Sumeru, wasn't it? Absolutely incredible. Stop. You want to stop. Again, amazing drawing of Jet, by the way. Amazing drawing of Jet. So fantastic. Oh my god, I'm sorry for stopping so many times, but like it's just like literally seeing these illustrations. It's like they're giving me everything I want. And saying goodbye. Oh my god, Jet, why are you killing us? And the frozen birds. With Sorush as well. They're showing everything. Like, this is like beautiful drawing Lumine, by the way. Gorgeous. Everything's just so appealing to the eye as well. They made Sorush look so innocent and sweet. I'm sorry for pausing so much. I'm just like, I'm looking at all these images and I'm just like, I'm sorry. I know. The cryo thing as well with the drums. With the music as well. Look at that. Look at that. No. The way they're doing this is like so incredible. And they're showing like the alternate stories. Well, Hida, you sweetheart, you absolute sweetheart. Thank you for everything. Oh, Jet. Oh, Tonya Sars. Oh my god, no, you are trying to kill me. You are trying to murder me. Is it easy? Like, look, he's like, oh my god. Vaughn. Again, and always showing the back of Vaughn as well. This was such an... Oh my god, that is beautiful. That is so beautiful. And the same journey our sibling walked as well. And there's Paimon, our greatest love, our mother. And then moving on to Fontaine. That was incredible. What is that? Genshin 23 Birdie Let's Great. What is that? It looks incredible. The video up there. But yeah, it seems like another fantastic piece of work showing exactly what we're going to be missing in Sumeru. And I think like what like kind of held me together with that was like, is it weird that like, you know what, I'm sad to be leaving? Like, it's almost one of those things where like I'm so grateful for absolutely everything that's happened in Sumeru. And like when I see this stuff, it's like, yeah, it makes me sad. But it also makes me incredibly happy that we got to experience all this stuff. Like, you know, I feel, you know, pain whenever I see the characters and knowing that like we're not going to see them for the first time ever again. And I think that's something I always think about when it comes to games, is the idea of like I will never see these characters that I adore for the first time ever again. But then we can also have like different experiences with them, I suppose, afterwards. You know, and Genshin is so true for that as well, because you can't reload a save. You know what I mean? And that's what's so special about Genshin as well. And I feel like that's what makes videos like this all the more meaningful and impactful. You can't reload a save in this. You have to, you know, keep going. That's what you have to do. And that still means the absolute world to me. And Sumeru means the world to me. Such a great story, such great illustrations, such great work done with this. Really, really beautiful stuff. Thank you so much for sending in, Zevi. That was really incredible to see. And the next video is sent in by Emerald, and it is a send-off to Sumeru. So good to put this one after the other, right? Let's check this out. So Emerald said this is like a compilation of like locations in Sumeru that we've been to, which like we've had like a lot of good time here in Sumeru. A little montage of like all the look. Oh, look at you can see the tree in the distance as well, and Sumeru City, a video forest. Tenari! And then really cool. Emerald, what do you do with this stuff? Seeing Kalei walk in the background, it just feels like a very living space, right? Kalei, our girl, of course. Best story in Genshin history. Kaveh buying something for the market. Kaveh, you better have the money for this. No, Kaveh deserves things, even if he isn't. You know what I mean? That's what the thing is, right? Like, I don't care. right? Kaveh could be a debt. If he wants to buy everything he wants in the world, he can buy it, okay? I'll buy it for him if I have to. Dory there as well, noticing all these little things as well, which is really, really cool. Man, like, it's such a special place going to a new world all the time, right? It's such a special thing. Inside the academia. Layla! Layla, take a break. Things are stressful right now. Take a break, Layla. Do we notice anything? It's like almost the Easter eggs at this stage. You're like, what's here? Do we notice anything? Do we see anyone? Nilo up there. Oh my god, Emerald! Emerald, you do this like, oh, look at this! This is really cool! And like the whole one, I guess like a really vast area of Sumeru as well. There's our girl. There's our girl. Honestly, we'll burn down nations for Klee. We'll do it. Where'd the Seven Nation go? I don't know. Klee was sad. This is the one Kaveh designed as well, isn't it? An unlocked area over here as well. So I wonder if you're doing this on a different account. I shouldn't be questioning that stuff because this stuff is just so pretty. Is this Porto Ramos? I think it is. What a pretty place Sumeru is, and what a big, gigantic place this is as well, right? The Alakazare, right? Where we get talked to by Vaughn at the time, remember, like in a spirit form? And there is the forest where we met Runa. Which crazy story as well, by the way, the Runa story. Oh my god, the gold. Remember we first saw that? That was like months ago at this stage. I was so grateful to see so because this kind of set the tone for Sumeru, right? Because like it was all about like landscapes almost in a lot of cases, right? When it comes to and like, you know, and like now knowing that like a lot of this stuff, like this forest, like this rainforest was like created by Ruka Devada. Like just because she was like, oh, I'm sick of this, you know, I don't want to be a part of this desert part anymore, you know? Not hating the desert people, but just like hating the actions of like a few people. Nahida, you glorious soul, look at this. This place means so much to me. This, the home of the Aradara. Remember we saw this first and we thought it was like hell the first time we saw it? One of the best boss battles. And just even seeing... I can't. Some absolutely just like, you know, again, Sumeru has like some of the best hidden, some of the hidden areas like in like the different like valleys as well. Oh, look at the little fungi moving along as well in the forest. Holy hell. Even at nighttime, this place is absolutely gorgeous, right?
Mausoleum of King Desert.
Again, I think it's just like with Genshin, like how many times in Genshin, like they do again, the story and characters are all so amazing, right? But they also like are really good at just like having like locations that like will just leave you like look at this, leave you absolutely shocked. Like I can't count how many times I was playing this game and like just stopped in my tracks being like, holy F. Dia. And how far we've come since we started here, right? As well, you know? Jesus, Candace. You know what I mean? Like how far, like in these locations really show that as well. Farazan, carrier of my teams. She knows it too. And I'll hate the man. Emerald, you did a fantastic job with this. Really cool seeing all the different locations. Like, it really is a nice little send-off, isn't it? Like I said it like in this video, of course, like, you know, and I did want to pause this video, of course, because I don't think it makes as much sense, because now obviously we're looking at the buildings as they're coming by, and I think that's what makes it so good. But I will pause to say that, like, the desert areas in this game impressed the heck out of me. I think it can be so hit or miss when games do desert areas. Either they go too far into the idea of like, oh, it's so dangerous, and like it makes it just really unbearable to go through, and it's like, this isn't fun anymore. Or they make it like so pretty that it loses all like, you know, mystique and all of its like, you know, history and heritage. So it's just like, oh, look how pretty this is. Genshin found this perfect balance. This perfect balance between things feeling too terrifying to go near them, and also things feeling very dangerous at times as well, but also letting you see what's happening and see the world, and giving you a reason why in some aspects of the desert are really dangerous, and some parts are really pretty, some parts you shouldn't go into, some parts you should. They did a really good job of that. Gorgeous. This was when we met back up with Jet again. And look at this. Remember this transition? Like, this was a shocking moment, like, especially like with the Abyss seal and everything. Emerald, this is fantastic. Is this unlisted? Emerald. I know it's up to you, but I would like 100% suggest to like make these videos a thing, because they're very good. Music's fantastic, isn't it? Look at the mistiness over the mountains as well. All these caverns as well. I love seeing the fungi follow each other. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. That's where you... That's literally where you pass to go to Fontaine. That's insane. It's so cool. Even in the mustiness and darkness of a swamp, you know what I mean? Genshin makes it feel like a swamp while also making it nice to look at. What an incredible game. I can feel the dangers and also have some... Oh, it's so... This game is gorgeous. This game is gorgeous. Legit, we almost skipped this to come back to it later. Man. Like, we almost skipped this to come back to it later. And while that would have been fine, I think coming back to quest later on is fine, especially since there's going to be lull times, guys. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be lull times. So I think having events and like, because here's the thing, I don't get angry at people asking for different stuff. Like, obviously, like, you know, it's like, I have a plan. We know what we're doing. So it's not a bad thing about coming back. But I think the Good and Evil quest was a really good send-off for the Sumeru time, at least the era. There's going to be a real big lull time when it comes to, there will be in between events and between stuff like this. We're going to be doing we won't always have story quests or hangouts and stuff like this. So it might be nice if you wanted to play some Genshin someday to have other quests to come back to and have other events to react to, That's what's kind of nice about this, in my opinion. But I'm glad I did get to see it at the time because it's absolutely gorgeous, right? It's stunning. It's so stunning. Sorry about that. I skipped it back a little bit anyway, so. Oh my god, it's Vaughn! Vaughn on his journeys. That is Sumeru to me, right? It's Vaughn on his journeys, traveling through all this area. That's my headcanon. This has just been Vaughn traveling all around the place. Look at these, the pouty. A beautiful sea of flowers, right? And the music is stunning as well. The music is super stunning.
Oh, come on. It doesn't need to be this pretty.
It's a love heart. Wait, it's a love heart. I didn't even notice that. Such a pretty visual as well. The fact that it's just there all the time now. That's what's so good about Genshin. The changes that you make in the world are there forever. Not just in a different region. And yeah, I understand as well from that perspective of other games. I totally understand that it's not Genshin has so much money that they're able to do stuff like that where you can just have a whole region that is that still has everything still there. It's not everyone can do that. Have everything still on the map. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Because it takes a lot of processing power but they're so good at doing this stuff, but also it's 4K 60 FPS on the PS5. It is rendered so beautifully that you can still see the stuff in the distance. The draw distance is absolutely fantastic. I don't know, I feel like you just did such a fantastic job with this all the time with that stuff. And Emerald, thank you so much for making this video because it's so cool to see all the locations we've been to. Sumeru was just such a beautiful place, and I'm so grateful that we even got to witness all the beauty that Sumeru had to offer. And I forgot how many places you actually go to in these worlds. There's so many crazy locations. And it just meant the world to me to see this type of stuff. It really did. So thank you again for showing that off, Emerald. The next video is sent in by Xiaolo, and it is the Moonlight Bear first episode short story. Xiaolo, I'll just be completely honest with you. There's this glitch on Patreon for some reason with me sometimes when I use the app, and the app is not great for Patreon, where there is kind of a thing where I can't read the full context of all this stuff, but I will try to read it later. So at least I'll have the context of everything like that. So I do apologize for that. I don't know what it is. It's sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't. We've seen it with some people. Some people's comments work and some people it doesn't. I have no idea what that is. The Patreon app is not good. And anyone who is a patron, could you vouch for me in the comment section and say that this app is awful sometimes? It is awful. Let's check this out though. Seizure warning. So there we go. Let people know that as well. You can skip forward as well. Caption's already on. No? You're not the one who's running away. It's me. Jeez, the beat, the build-up. Moonlight Bear. Do you have the courage to commit the crime? I picked up red fruits. So, okay, let's go. Sorry about that. Wanted for presents from God. Moon is very pretty today, isn't it? Let's hurry home to return home. A scary bear. Is that like figurative or literal, I wonder? The visuals in this are really cool. They're super, super cool. At long as I found them, finally I found them. I don't want to hand them over to anyone. The visuals in this are so striking. What the heck? They're so cool. I run through the forest over Farah's bloom while I'm carrying with me red fruits. If I return like this, I can surely become happy. However, a beard. Wait a second. It's very okay. So it's like a reference to the idea of. I could be wrong. It's like a reference to the idea of Adam and Eve, maybe the idea of like stealing fruits, I guess. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah. Especially since this is first episode, right? And could the bear be also like a reference to the idea of like, maybe in this case it could be the serpent. And like the idea that these apples are like the happiness, right? The idea that these are like what they don't want to hand over is crazy to me. So everything with even the fruits were crying. What? Is this just, I wonder, like a thing in their head as well? He was kindly and smiling. He saw the fruit it held and made a very sad face. So this is like Adam and Eve, right? Because that part of the comment is visible, the idea of like Adam and Eve and stuff like this. So I didn't know it was gonna. I didn't know it was gonna be in this. I thought it was related to the last one, that because I can't see it again. I can't see the full freaking comment. So I thought it was related to like the last one. Because it's a short recap of Project MA. So I thought it was the last one. Okay, so it is that. It is that. Okay. Yeah. So it is I guess it is a reference to Adam and Eve, or like I guess it is the characters of Adam and Eve. Return these children to their true mother's side. Wait, the fruit? The fruit is returning to the side? Huh? Wait. It's not fruit, it's babies! It's not fruit at all, it's babies. And like the idea of the last episode as well, we had the idea of like the having of the children, like the conceiving of the children, right, as well. Which was already like a very creepy thing that was happening. So I wonder if that's also related to that in a lot of ways too. Even if reality tore me parts of the day with fangs glow. So it's like the idea of is it the idea of like that it is in their head? It's the idea these apples are actually like seen as like this reward, but it actually is the children that she wants. And like it's like I don't want reality. Like reality would like be just taking her back down to earth. It's like I want the children at any cost. I want to have those children at any cost. Insane. And I committed an unforgivable sin. Because I already... It's the corpse of a bear. But there's also a baby's bottle here. The corpse of a lone woman. This is insane, like symbolism a lot of times in these videos. I love the style so much. Yeah, like the style was so cool with that as well, but I think as well, like it's like also the shocking reveal of the apples. But again, it does like make sense with the idea of the Adam and Eve thing of like, you know, the idea of the apple is giving you happiness, but it also is a sin. I have sinned. And like while it gives you like this happiness, it also you have to deal with the consequences of what it is as well. So I wonder if that is related to that also. I'm sorry if things are too loud in the echo, guys. I'll try to make sure it's not too echoey. It's just that yeah, like I said, one ear is blocked today. What's this? And what's this? And what are you doing? And just like breathing as well. Another like super interesting video from this series as well. Shallow, if you want to, like, if I get anything wrong, correct me. Of course, correct me, and then we can do it that way as well. I'm sorry that sometimes this happens with the app, guys. It's just what I use when I'm looking at it, because obviously, like, it's just really handy for me. But obviously, like, I don't know if there's a way to like press the see more thing and like you actually see more. But it's just not working for me. But anyway, yeah, like these videos are very striking in terms of visuals, but also like it's like this really, really cool thing of like you wonder what the symbolism is, you wonder what the story is, you wonder what the different perspectives are. From my perspective of this, it is a story of the idea of like, remember we talked about it in the last one. It was 2 weeks ago, so I don't remember absolutely everything that happened. And it was like, you know, it's obviously shorter videos, but like 2 weeks or whatever. But like the idea of those apples is the idea of the children that she wanted. And the idea of like the bear is reality. The bear is like reality. It's ripping at her and like trying to tear it away. So that idea of like what happened. And so when she comes home to what presumably I believe is probably Adam, right? Adam is kind of like, whoa, hold on a second here. Let's think about this for a second. Those are children, return them to their mothers. But again, it's like, I don't want that reality. The bear is the reality that rips them away. And the bear and the mother dying, I wonder if that's that idea that like that mother has lost their child, and that's the reality that ripped them apart. And the bear dying now in her eyes is like, well, I'm not letting reality rip me apart, so the bear just dies. I wonder if that's the case as well. If it isn't the case as well, if I'm off the mark as well, let me know, Xiaolo. If you want to message me with that stuff as well, that's also perfect also. Thank you so much for sending in. It's always cool to see those really, really cool designs. And obviously, like, I've never like seen stuff like this before. Like, I obviously didn't watch like or listen to Vocaloid stuff before I got into Rome Reacts, and that's what's so cool about Rome Reacts is like that can be sandwiched between a send off to Sumeru and the next character demo we're watching. It's really cool that way. So thank you so much for sending in, Shallow. I'm sorry again about the comment. But yeah. The next video is sent in by Felicious Felix, and it is the Lyney Secret Inside the Hat character demo. Let's check it out. They said they don't know if they sent this before. Even if they did, oh my god, the music. Are you kidding me? Oh, the peace sign. Oh my god.
Magic is an art of performance.
Perfect design.
But before the performance begins, a little preparation is needed.
They actually did the card trick animation so good. Oh, the music as well.
Welcome to Lyney and Lynette's Magic Show.
So freaking neat. I can't wait to use those movesets. Oh my god. They're so they're so fancy, the cotton colors. That makes sense. Look at the black and the red. It like looks so good together, but fits the style so much. Like of like it's kind of like mystique-filled magician. It looks so neat.
which is real and which is an illusion. Take a guess.
And there's your assistant.
Because our next trick is about to begin.
Just sending her off. Even that, like, is such a different thing that they don't do in like every single character demo, right? It's like something different. You saw the same with the Lynette thing. It's like it's always like something completely different that they do to set them apart from each other, like the still
Because
frames.
our next trick is about to begin. Let's get this show on the road. Step right up.
And then actually having them together as well in these battles is so neat. It's so, again, like, it's just like, it's such a cool moveset as well that he has, like, just like how it looks. But I love having them together and the hat change.
Step right up.
Thank God we went back.
This has been Lyney and Lynette.
Oh my God, look at them.
Thanks for watching.
Okay.
It's just a rehearsal, you know?
He puts it in
Aren't you
everything.
overdoing it?
It's the only way to iron out the wrinkles.
Oh, infirmity.
What do you think?
Oh, infirmity.
I think it was excellent. If I had to make a
Yeah?
suggestion, how about giving Pear a part in the show?
Yeah, give Pear a part in the show. Give Pear. Look at this. Again, setting everything apart, right? It's all how different every one of them are as well. And I love that this little sibling energy the three of them have. Not even energy, they are siblings, but you know what I mean. And then Infirmity seems like, you know, again, Lyney gives off such big brother energy. Really, really does. Yeah, the magic influence in both Lyney and Lynette's character demos like is so cool to see. Again, they love doing this in Genshin, as we said, like the idea of setting characters apart. But it's not only just setting characters apart, it's doing stuff that is like so tailored to their personalities. Lyney gives off a very like suave and kind of like, how do I say it? Like very confident performance wherever they go. Like they have the sleight of hand thing even in real life. I think they did to Paimon in the first episode of the Fontaine thing, and they really showed that really well here as well. They also showed off the relationship so well between the three characters too, because like it's very much a big brother thing who's very, very outgoing, and then a very quiet little brother and the very stern little sister. She's very polite as well. And I don't mean to make stern sound bad, but it's like, hey, keeping everyone in order, keeping everyone on track. But I really, really want to learn more about them as we go along in the story. Absolute sweethearts, honestly. They are absolute sweethearts, seeing them all together. We're going to have a party. We're going to have a party when we get all those characters together. We really are. We're going to level up all of them. Like the Fontaine characters we're leveling up is going to be insane. I really feel like with Fontaine, it's like something that's been calling to me for a while because I love the style. I love that type of pomp and pageantry when it comes to all that stuff. So I am very grateful that we get to see something like this as well. Thank you so much for sending in, Felix. The Lyney demo was awesome. And the next video is sent in by, going back to that Patreon app. We're breaking the fourth wall with the Patreon app. We're breaking the fourth wall. Going back to Marcin. And it's a pretty cool fan-made trailer for Genshin. No spoilers or things you haven't seen. Thank you so much, Marcin. And we'll definitely check this out. Let's us go.
It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on your guard when around gods.
Oh my god. Oh, the door!
The fate of Teyvat cannot easily be changed.
The tea party.
Perhaps a god may have a slim chance. But for anyone else...
That's what Nicole said. That's what Nicole said.
I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate.
The wall.
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols.
These shots. Again, is this the this is the same people we've watched before, right? With Subutai? Yeah, I think it is. They do such a good job with this.
Directly with Celestia itself. This is a Gnosis, huh?
The gods goad us on with the promise of their 7 treasures.
And seeing the Gnosis right in front of us too.
What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Oh my god.
Awaken the heavenly principle.
That's psycho.
Everything.
It always gives me chills because they do this so well. It's like an actual movie trailer.
I've seen the nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles.
They cannot be made to continue paying the price for those so-called
Caraberry.
sins.
For
Carabert.
500 years, you have faithfully done your duty.
You'll lose everything. You really are crazy.
Oh my god, that's such like a freaking like trailer moment. They do that really well as well. It's like the idea you really are crazy, and they cut to something else.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth.
Like, how could you not want to watch this movie?
Everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago.
You know that meme of like Genshin hired this person.
He's just waiting for those seeds to sprout.
It's all a gigantic hoax.
What he said the first time we met Scaramouche, right? Vaughn. At the time, Scaramouche. Now Vaughn. Will always be Vaughn.
Oh, dear creature. Why do you bow down?
Stop. Stop.
Rise beyond the fate bestowed
Celestia.
upon you. And I shall shed a tear at the end of time as I gaze back upon your life.
That line still gets me so mad. I know there's like some debate about who he was talking to. I don't really mind the debate. It's fine always. But yeah, like it's so cool just how like it just feels like it's an actual trailer, I suppose. Yeah, this is made by the same person who makes all the other trailers that I've watched as well, which they're really good. Like they're just really talented at everything they do, because it really does feel like it's an actual like movie trailer. I think it's also just like it's what always like it gets me hyped about those things. I've already seen this stuff happen, but I get so excited for someone making something that has so much passion behind it, and it turns out so well. And that's what happens in these Rome Reacts all the time, especially with the Hoyo Fair stuff, especially with the Genshin Impact fan animation stuff like that. When I see this stuff, I just go like, I get so hyped. I get so hyped at the idea that someone took the time to do this and make it look this good. And like the reason it's like it's a trailer. It feels like a movie trailer. It's so good. And the way they added Nicole's voice lines in there as well, and then even added voice lines afterwards as well for the Sinner. Really cool. Thank you so much for sending in, Marcin. That was so freaking neat. Always to see. I love seeing those things. I really do love seeing them. And the next video sent in by Solvix, and it's the Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers full trailer. Let's check it out. Final Fantasy music. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Or am I wrong? Banners. There's something always so sad about seeing like banners anywhere, right? It's the idea of seeing a banner hanging, especially on a battlefield, you know, because it represents an entire like clan, an entire family. It makes you always so weary to see that stuff, right? At least from my perspective. Squeenix. Let's go, Squeenix.
How many years have come and
So we've seen this character a lot, right? This is the character who's on like the branding for a Final Fantasy 14.
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm.
Wait, did it do that to... It affected the whole landscape around them?
They called.
Wait, with this song?
The warrior of light.
Is this an actual song, by the way? This looks pretty good. The landscape here. We love an archer. Same guy. This guy must be like main character of Shadowbringers. Or is it called Shadowbringers? Yeah. Weary Wanderer. What? What is that? I love it. Adopt it. The music choice is really interesting. What is that? Fool, who are you? No one, nothing. Look at the visual, just the burning forest, by the way.
Thou, Master Matoya. We may accept this fate or defy it, but we cannot deny.
Like all these characters as well.
Deny?
Oh.
I am not wont to run from my troubles.
We love the accents. The marketing's very strange because it's I feel like it's online. Well, actually, no. I think of the era, it definitely was maybe marketing for Final Fantasy, but like I think that like very different from what I expect from Final Fantasy in terms of marketing, right? Nowadays, I suppose. This is like oh,
Until our friend returns,
our friend.
I will hold the line.
Holy yeah, look at that. Is that an actual place you can go to? Oh, they're all sipping away in their wine, eating their grapes. Imagine grapes for rich people at one point. Now we can get them for €2. Look at these locations, these colors, these energy off these places. Oh, we love a good dungeon. Is that a stone chimera?
This town certainly has.
Yeah, you know. Oh my god, we got a quip. Okay, it is Final Fantasy. It definitely is. We got a quip.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Infilia.
Infilia. This is an expansive game, it seems, right? It seems like this is an expansive game with all these locations and stuff. A dancer as well. With the blades, the circular blades. You look really cool. Oh. Like, Fran. From Eerwood Village. I wonder if it's a different race, though, because they did different face in fairness as well, though.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone.
This battle's insane to me. It's like even though he's like looks regular, it's like he's like battling like a god.
It must be unwritten. Let it be unwritten. Become what you must.
Wait. Oh, the sword like it like cut off her arm, or like at least disintegrate her arm. Jesus, man, what are you? What is he? Because he is like battling like a god.
Become the warrior of darkness.
Oh, closing shot as well. So the warrior of darkness is an idea. Oh, like he has the armor he was fighting with as well in this too. Is it the idea that maybe like 2019? Wow, that actually wasn't. I guess 5 years ago. But I wonder if it's like the idea of like the warrior of darkness. This is like this time you kind of like use like the darkness more often than you use the light this time around. I wonder. Like it's the idea that like maybe now like you've been fighting in the light for so long that now you choose to use the darkness. Because Final Fantasy is always like, you know, about destroying the darkness, but I suppose like there is dark magic as well you can use too, to harness it yourself, I suppose, to fight against evil. But again, I don't know these characters obviously as well as like, you know, Solvix will. But like I think it's also pretty interesting to think about anyway. Yeah. Like, it's super cool. Like, I think they put these trailers together really well, just like as a hype thing, because if you watch this in like a conference, I think that like it would be really interesting. I think that like obviously like it's hard to like have people go out and like watch a full 7-minute trailer for anyone, because like you'd be like if you know, you show your friend like, hey, look at this, you could sit down and watch it for sure, but I feel like people passing by probably won't click on it all the time. But I feel like what they did really well there is they made it into a story, and that's pretty cool. So thank you so much for sending in, Solvix. That was pretty cool to see as well. The next video is sent in by Angel313, and it's ZEROBASEONE Melting Point MV. So this is a Korean band? Because they asked me, Angel asked me. This is silly. I don't even know if you like Korean music. I just want to send it because the boys make me happy. I'm telling you this right now. I like music. Hello. Oh my god, the outfits, are you kidding me? Wait, do they have a budget of like $10 trillion on this? Like, what? Look at this video. Oh my god, this is like, okay, I can tell why you would find them comforting. I can tell why they make you feel good. These outfits are incredible. Oh my god. I'm sorry as well, like there's so many reasons why this is appealing, right? It's like, not only the videos are good, the music is super, super catchy. You know, it's a really good pop, like, song, right? It's not only that. It's not only that the outfits are amazing. It's not only that the vocals are really good. It's the fact that, like, you know, like, most of us can barely handle talking to one boy in real life, you know? It's like, now I get this treat, this 3-minute treat where you get to look at how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boys? This is the Slipknot of Korea. You know what I mean? With how many people are in the band. The outfits are incredible. It's hard because you want to like, oh, like reading the plan here, is it? I want to like focus on, okay, come on now. Very, very, like, you know, like the touching of the face, you know, they know what they're doing. That's super, super sweet. You know, you're going to make everyone melt. That's the moment when people were reacting to this, that everyone was going like, oh my god. Oh my god. You know, and it is very sweet in fairness. Like, it's a very like nice touch, right? To touch someone's face, especially in the cold, right? It warms them up quite a bit. Oh my god, smile. Dripping into me. What the imagery? What the hell? This one has the best hair, in my opinion. So nice. Choreography, so good. You see, I'm sorry, the choreography is fantastic. This stuff is so good. Like with the pointing motion here. This. Watch this. That stuff, man. I'm sorry, but like they do such a good job with this stuff. Okay, why are you smiling at me? They look so sweet. All of them. Every one of them. They just melt your heart right away. Look at this, watch. And they know what they're doing. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. They're all like perfect. What like? It's hard because I want to focus on like grabbing the face. I want to focus on like this one's my favorite. This guy's my favorite. I want to focus on like everyone's individual dancing, but like it's like you focus on something new every time. Beautiful. How come you have 9 beautiful people in one group? It's not fair. So much work goes into this, man. They have to work overtime. You know what I mean? And the grabbing, pulling someone away. I would wear every one of these outfits so proudly. They're so good. Look at, you know what you're doing. You know you're melting my hair. It's actually really good. You know what you're doing. Y'all know what you're doing. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful looking set piece that they have here. I know like a lot of it's probably green screened, but they did a really good job of it, like making it look like they're actually in, like this frozen tundra, I suppose, and like looking out for each other as well. I think it is also like this thing of like when you look at this type of stuff, it's mesmerizing, but like also like, again, when I say no, they know what they're doing, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like what we have here is like an amazing music video that was like put together so well with these, let's be honest, beautiful bandmates. But the song was actually pretty good. Like, you know, because I think that happens quite a bit. Like I think with K-pop groups especially, where it's like, you know, people like sometimes not be able to look past the superficial aspect, which is a part of it too. Like there's nothing wrong with being like, that's a pretty group of people. But I do think the song was also super catchy as well. The dance moves, the choreography, which is always what I notice. I love a good dance routine. And the actual setting as well was also unbelievably pretty too. Really cool. So again, I know it's like, I'm not even sure if you think, they said, you know, Angel was like, not even sure if I like this stuff. Like, I learned a long time ago to have like such an open mind about everything. Like, and while I'm like, you know, I don't listen to K-pop all in my own time all the time. You know, I don't really listen to like bands outside of my own bands that I listen to all the time. Like, it's always good to like expand your horizons a little bit. And it was really cool to see something like that because I got to see such a cool video too. Thank you so much, Angel, for sending it in. The next video is sent in by, let's see who's next on the list here. Golden Witch Beatrice. And it is the something about Pac-Man. Loud and light sensitivity. So we'll be able to let you guys know about that anyway. Thank you so much. Let's check this out. Terminal montage. It's a shop thing as well. Something about Pac-Man. This is an interesting like depiction of Pac-Man's world, right? Is it gonna be like oh my god, it's like almost like Dead Space, or where do you know it sounds like? It's like a space station. The backpack reminds you of Dead Space. Cut off. It is Dead Space. I only literally played the remake for the first time last year, and I also found out that like a subscriber in my audience like worked on it, which is really cool. And it's Pac-Man. The change in tone so quickly. Really great gun, by the way. Man, they're making Pac-Man feel very tense here. Wait, that's Pac-Man. That's actually pretty freaking cool. It's actually the opposite interpretation of what it was going to be. Because look at the helmet, and these are the ghosts, but they're like actually like necromorphs. Really cool colors as well, right? Again, because of the actual ghost colors as well. It's interesting if someone thinks of this stuff, right? Because it's actually very creative. Super creative. Did you erase them? Oh no, they're actually getting pulled back as well. I don't know, I'm in love with the interpretation here of, I won't pause it yet just in case something happens here. The skull in the mouth? Because I thought they were going to make Pac-Man the alien. Oh, it's Miss Pac-Man. I actually really like it. I love creative projects like this that are just like so interesting to like pull off. And they get to fly. Oh my god, yeah, they flew out of the ship. Happy Halloween. Writing art. Oh, this is like the people who did it. Okay, really good. It was really good. I actually really liked it just because, wow. I was, at first I thought I was going to do like the obvious like way you could go about this, right? Is to make the interpretation of this be Pac-Man is the necromorph and you are trying to defeat Pac-Man going around the place, right? Because Pac-Man can be kind of scary. But instead they went with the idea of, a lot of support is great. Really good. Really good. Instead they went with the idea, which I actually love the idea of what they went with, which is the idea of like, okay, what if Pac-Man is actually like, you know, the hero in this, and the aliens, which are necromorphs, and the ghosts, which are now necromorphs in this, are actually like, you know, just think that they wanted to like they want to destroy Pac-Man. It's just really creative, just super creative stuff. That's what like I really love about Roman Reacts as well, is that we get to see some like really cool fan stuff, like, and really cool fan created things. Because when you look at the thumbnail, it even feels like it's talking about you know, something different entirely. You know, like it looks like Pac-Man is gonna be the one, and the thing is something about Pac-Man. It sounds like it's like, oh, there's something about Pac-Man. I like the turn they went with it. Yeah, really cool. And the colors were really cool. I thought it was gonna be really aggressive colors, but they actually did really good with the actual neon in this. Thank you so much for sending in, Golden Witch Beatrice. The next video is sent in by Pokegirl, and it is an Egoraptor video on Starbomb Pokemon Smash or Pass. Let's check this out. So how old is this? 2 months? So, history, before we get into this, have been following Game Grunts for years. Used to watch them religiously, don't watch them really anymore, but I still like appreciate them quite a bit. I've heard about the Pokemon Smash or Pass thing. I think it's very funny. There's Ninja Brian. And of course, Danny Sexbang.
Hey there, Aaron. How you doing?
Oh my god.
There's a hot new thing that's
I like Egoraptor. I didn't know Egoraptor was doing animations again. That's awesome.
With the Pokemon Smash or Pass, my bro. There's over 1,000 for you to choose from. I'm sure if you
oh my god.
maybe find one that will catch your eye. If the vibe was right, keep an open mind. Let's give it a try. Pikachu,
Smash!
Charizard,
Smash!
Squirtle,
Smash!
Spoink.
Oh my god, Smash!
Okay, hold up. Do you know what Smash means? It means you want a cream all in that Pokemon's genes. So mix in a pass and then you won't seem so desperate to sleep with anything that breathes.
Oh, okay, I get it.
My man. Here we go. Tyranitar.
Oh my god.
Blastoise.
Smash.
Politoed.
Smash.
He's smashing every one of them.
Okay, it really wasn't your level of excitement that was the problem, Aaron. It's that you were saying smash to everything.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll think harder about it next time.
No problem. Here we go.
Diglett.
Smash.
Aaron, you know what? That's alright. I don't want to come off like I'm being uptight. I was...
Can I be honest though? For me, it's none of them. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like, I'm not getting the joke, I guess. Because I think like you're supposed to go along with it. It's not supposed to be this thing where like, oh my god, there's like a Game Grunts video being recommended now as well. That's awesome. It's not that thing where it's supposed to, you know what I mean? You're supposed to like go along with it, and like it's like the idea of it, like what they would look like. I know, and I feel like I'm being uptight maybe.
To have sex with little creatures with names like Magnemite.
Smash.
Okay, let's approach this again. Just pass and everything that's not an absolute 10. Can you do that for me? Like if I said clef key?
Smash.
Really, the fucking keys?
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of keys.
Smash.
Gloom.
Smash.
Seal.
Smash.
Muck.
Smash.
Spiel.
Smash.
Aaron,
I'm just so happy
deal?
Aaron's
Smash.
doing this again.
Deals.
Smash. Come on, Dan. Who doesn't like deals? As far as I'm concerned, I'm just keeping it real.
Okay, let's go for one last round. Your shocking need to plow never ceases to astound. So let's widen out the circle and see if we have found the one thing you won't allow to knock your junk around. A chessboard.
Smash.
A small gourd.
Smash.
A 2014 Honda Accord.
Smash.
A green line.
Smash.
A large mine.
Smash.
Half a bowling ball and the concept of time.
Smash, smash.
An inflatable raft.
Smash.
The concept of time.
Smash.
The frozen mustache of former President Taft.
Smash.
A potato fully loaded that was left and eroded on the road in South
The music's
Dakota
great
with
as
a
well, by
smell
the
that
way.
Exploded like a commode in which a constipated Yoda overflowed it with the swampy ass chode so your nose became corroded.
Smash.
Wow. What about me?
pass. Ah.
That's awesome. I know. Again, for me, like what, like it's just like
right now. Links in the description below. Pre-order the full albums right now. Also in the links in the description below. We got a signed vinyl and a signed CD.
Oh, wow.
Both come with an exclusive keychain.
because it's Starbomb, isn't it? Starbomb is the name of their band altogether.
Then October 25th, a new video and album release. Big shout out to Sumeru for animating this beautiful music video.
Oh, he animated.
What a
Okay,
talent. Go
okay.
Check out his channel and his
Okay.
other videos too.
Man, can I be honest with you? Not obviously it's still an amazing looking video. I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to look down on it, by the way. It looked amazing, but I thought it was Aaron who animated it. I was like so excited because I was like, oh my god, he's doing this type of stuff again, and maybe he is still doing this type of stuff. But obviously like he's running a company, so obviously that's difficult as well. The concept of like the smash pass with Pokemon is so funny to me because like I've seen people do it, and like obviously like no one is actually saying like I will smash a Pokemon. No one's saying that. What they're saying is like there's like this like energy off them or something like that. Again, for me personally, I just like I can't understand it too much because I'm just like no, like I'm like none of them whatsoever. Give me Pokemon characters, we can talk about it. You know what I mean? We'll talk about it in a different sense. But thank you so much for sending Poke Girl. I'm just so glad to see any Starbomb stuff because I haven't seen it in years. It was very nostalgic in a way hearing Dan and Aaron's voice as well. Thank you. The next video sent to my Leon. It says, remember how Albedo said the line, if I one day I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me? Yeah, here's a Klee point of view about that. Doomed sibling, bring me... Oh no, I thought this was going to be funny. Oh no. Let's see it. Rises the Moon, a Genshin Impact animatic. I thought this was going to be like...
Days seem sometimes as if they'll never end.
I'm going to turn off captions for this.
Sun takes its heels to taunt you. But
Oh
after
no.
sunlit days, one thing stays the same.
Oh, it is grounded.
Rises the
And Albedo lets her out. Look, oh my god. The best day, the best time of the day.
watercolor blur. Memories swim and hold
So sweet. So sweet to see.
look into the lake, shimmering like smoke. Rises the moon.
And she's looking at the fish to explode, by the way, which is really funny. This is a great relationship as well. It's so good.
Close your weary eyes.
Oh. It's just they are brother and sister. Like they are.
Autumn comes to darken, fading summer skies. Breathe, breathe, breathe.
Super, 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 super beautiful song, by the way. But it's just like so far, like what we're getting from this is like, you know, like Klee looks up to this man. Klee looks up to this man like he is like the most important thing in the world. And the way she talks about the older people and, you know, like in general is always very sweet. But I think Albedo was like a very, very, you know, treasured person. Just like the way Diluc is as well, by the way. And Kaya is as well. But it's just so sweet, like this idea of like them being siblings, because I really feel like he does look out for her quite a bit. And also like the tie-in with the explosions as well is also pretty interesting.
Days pull you down just like a sinking ship.
The little symbol, the crack. And Klee just watching, you know. And she notices as well.
Water child, and know that meanwhile rises the moon.
Also, it's the idea of like of him maybe like almost getting just like self-imploding or exploding.
Like a daffodil, uprooted from its garden. They'll tell you what you owe, but no, even so rises the moon.
It's so crazy.
You'll be visited by sleep.
Oh my god.
Promise you that soon the autumn comes to steal.
And the little flower as well. And then Klee is so upset. Don't do this. And oh my god, it's on Dragonspine. Oh, and she has to walk away. What the hell? What is... That's so sad. That's so sad. Like... Because they made the world real. Obviously, like, I knew what this was happening, but I guess I was just so shocked because I was like, oh my god, they're actually going to show it in this depiction. The idea of what we have to do, because we promised, right? We promised we would do it. And from Klee's perspective, this is obviously like something like eventually I think, you know, if it came from us, she would probably understand. But at the same time, it's like how do you comprehend that? Your brother, your older brother, someone you care about so much, someone who has the same connections as you to the Hexenzirkel as well. Like, it's someone who you trust and someone who you've loved for so long dying, and they believe it's a good cause. They believe their death is a good cause. But comprehending that as a kid it's not it wouldn't be nearly easy. The depiction that was and the music was actually really beautiful as well, but I feel like the depiction of it as well, like I didn't expect an actual like sword in the chest to see Albedo like that, because I never would want to see that at all, ever. By the way, not saying, Leah, that you should show me stuff. You know, I say this all the time. Like, I'm glad that you guys make me feel emotions, but it's like, of course, no one would want to see this, if you get what I'm saying. And the last video is sent in by What's Your Damage, and this is the Alien Stage final round. Let's go. We're going to watch it. We're going to probably feel terrible by the end of it. Should I turn on captions as well? Yeah, let's go back to the start. I always forget to turn on captions in some cases. I can't let it go. Blink and gone, especially a story about death like this. Oh my god, Teal, what the hell? What? And there's Lucas, but look at them. Like, it's so heartbreaking knowing what like this is all about. Because like it's like, oh my god, you'd be such good performers, but it's like, oh my god. Hayuna as well. Oh my god, and look at the eyes also. Forget everything and just enjoy. But it's like, again, in this story, these lyrics are like so fitting in this story. Teal playing the guitar as well, oh my god, and then Luca playing the violin. How do, oh my god, it's like, oh my god, look at the emotions in these people's faces. Because they're trying to stop, like, from me, my perspective, they're trying to stop it, right? Relish the present. And then it's gone, yeah. Holy hell. In the beats of the music as well, like getting by them. I'm actually so nervous. I'm so nervous. Wait. Luca. And it's clear who they're thinking about, right? It's clear who they're thinking about when that happens. Who Teal is thinking about. Like, look at these outfits. I wish I could enjoy the outfits and all the, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know what this is. First, Teal is second, Teal. Oh, they're going back and forth. Look at this set as well, the set pieces. They look so tired. Oh, come on. Oh, no. No, don't show this. With Ivan's... Was that Ivan in the background? Wait. That's... Hale and what? And like the... This is incredible. And this here in the crowd as well. His nose is bleeding. What is happening? Is Teal... Luca wins. No! Oh. But... He's just gone. Oh no, no. I'm gonna cry. What the hell? Deal. This is so sad. Oh god, and they transition to this? How dare. And like, yeah, the crowd cheering. This is Alien Stage. The crowd cheering in the background, and this is happening as well. Holy shite. Final. Yeah, they're gonna show this as well. Oh. I genuinely thought, wait, what? Wait, what? What do they mean special guest? What do they mean special guest? That's hard. No, it's hard to watch. Like, this is such an emotional story. I genuinely thought that like they were gonna save them at the end. They're all. I'm not even joking. I thought that's what it was building up to, because it was like. But again, this is Alien Stage. It's this idea that like, you know, these horrible things just keep happening over and over again. Like, this is wild. Like, look, it's in the nose bleeding as well. And the idea of a blink gone, right, as well. Right, I want to kind of go through and like maybe look at the lyrics again, even though this is really difficult. But I think the lyrics themselves. I don't think, again, we read the lyrics first, but I think like the idea of the lyrics is literally just like it's even though like obviously there's just songs that like are it's almost like, you know, with the idea of like enjoying the present. They enjoy whatever they can. They enjoy whatever they have. Like, but as I said last time when we watched the Alien Stage videos, it's like, how do you enjoy all of this stuff that you're supposed to enjoy in life? That you can't even enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the reason why we're able to like have time to like feel like, again, imagine feeling those feelings of love, of longing, of the care for your friends, but you can't even have time enough to actually enjoy this or enjoy the times with them, or even the sad parts. You can't even time to even have to mourn. You know what I mean? Because no matter what, the mourning process of a friend is going to be like so painful, just due to the idea that like you need to be in a space where you can mourn. Constantly, they were thinking about the next event, right? It's like obviously like they're so sad and so broken down. You could see it in their faces, and they were tired. They were tired regardless, right? But there is this thing driving them inside that every human has, which is like, I want, like for some of them actually, not every one of them actually, it's like this feeling of like wanting to live, but like seeing her in the crowd is it Mizi? Isn't it seeing Mizi in the crowd like made him be kind of like, okay, like it's almost like a willingness to give in, right? Or something that gave him comfort, that like put him like maybe I don't want to blame her, because I feel like it sounds like I'm doing that. It's like this idea of giving him like this is comfort almost instantly, of being like, okay, I'm putting my guard down, which is not what you want to do in something like this. As we've seen before, it can be taken over from you in a second. In this case, it went back and forth between the two characters. Out of all of the characters, I think I not connected the most, but I feel like I remembered the most out of all of them was Teal. So I feel like they knew this as well, and it's just a really like, and it's incredible writing, because even though it's very sad, the idea behind this is that like this isn't a happy story. This isn't, you're not going to get this happy ending in the final stage of this. Now, I don't know if this is going to go on, because they said in the end that there's like special guests, or they're going to make the other two do something as well. Like, did they think to make the other two do it as well? Because Luke was looking at like kind of like from my perspective, it was like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Kind of like, you got out. You know, you guys got out. What are you doing back here? And I wonder, from Teal's perspective, I think it was looking for that comfort. He saw her in the crowd and like reached out, was kind of like this is something I can feel good about this, because obviously he was thinking about Ivan in those moments as well. Is this really the final one, or is it going to be another one after this, or is this literally just the ending? Because that's so sad. That's so sad. If this is the final time we watch Alien Stage, then I definitely do want to talk about, like, you know, what I thought of this whole series. I don't know if this is the end, because it seems like there is something, maybe it is just a very bitter ending. But they had some, like, again, like the music in this stuff has been absolutely amazing. The animations have always been so beautiful. The way they depicted stuff through the music and all the character stuff. Like, I rewatched a few of the videos here or there and had a discussion with people about it yesterday as well, just so I could refresh some parts of my memory. But it was like really gorgeous stuff. Like in terms of not just musicality, but the visuals and how they kind of like laid everything out, how you could kind of get an idea for who their story was. Obviously, I misinterpreted sometimes, but that's going to happen as it goes along with stories like this. Some really amazing characters. I think what's just so heartbreaking, and it's the same heartbreaking thing for everybody, is like, you know, you will get attached to a character. And I think, you know, that's a talent that they had for this in Alien Stage. You get attached to a character so quickly. Each song was very different, and they brought up a different feeling that comes along with the actual story itself. I feel that the last one was like it sounded like a very pop song, right? It was a pop song that was kind of like very much talking about like caring about stuff in the now, because things can be gone in the next minute, which makes perfect sense. But I feel like every song, every single episode that they had really fit the actual theme of each episode. The last two survivors, I didn't know what to expect because I didn't know these characters going into it. But Luca and Teal, I feel like, are both characters who are more like, how do I say it, more sensitive maybe than like some of the other characters who passed by already. Even though, like, you know, you could say like, was it Sua was another one that was maybe more sensitive, but they were like, it's interesting that they're the ones that kind of like were the most protected in the end by everybody, because there was a lot of protection going on through the whole time. And then like, in the end, it ends up like that, I suppose, as well. But yeah, I really thought this was like a really incredible time, and very surprising because I didn't expect all this like beauty from this little series and how much you're able to pack into each video, because it's not something that, again, like Rome Reacts is about stuff I never watch all the time, and that's what I love about this stuff. It's stuff that I would never see. And this is like, it's not even a secret, because there's millions upon millions of people who watch this. It's like, you know, bigger than a lot of network television series now at this stage in terms of how many people like watch it and like all this stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of very, you know, hard depictions to look at, you know, a lot of like abuse and sadness that comes along with the childhood stuff as well. But I'm glad the fan base is so strong, because I don't know how you guys have lived through like talking about this for years. Has it been years? How long has it been? Year? Even any amount? Because for me, it's months. Because I feel like I would have like broken down once a week if I was heavily involved in the fandom of this. You know what I mean? Because it's just depressing. It's just so sad. And it's really well written. And the concept is really well written. And the outfits, all this stuff is something, and like I said, I can't appreciate the outfits all the time fully because of how beautiful this has been. How beautifully sad, I should say, this has been. And I shouldn't say how beautiful this is. I meant to say how beautifully sad this is. Because it's all very beautiful visually, but it's hard to always appreciate it because people are dying. So sad. Guys, that's going to do it for the ending of Alien Stage, but also it's going to do it for... it's going to do it for me on Rome Reacts. What a very sad and depressing way to end this, but it's the way things go sometimes. Thank you so much for all your submissions. Thank you so much for sending in videos. It's an incredible story, it really is. With that, I want to say thank you to the Never Can Repay the Baby Gex tier on Patreon.